Um,
Yay.
so twitch.tv/the Drama Club.
Yep.
Hi, we're back.
We're back.
We are back. Let me finish clicking buttons. But why don't we go ahead and reintroduce our characters while I am unscrewing up my computer? For people who are just joining in, Harold, if you want to start us off.
Yeah.
Just sorry. Is it showing that we're live? It's not showing we're live on my Twitch.
It is showing that we're live on mine.
As fair warning, sorry, my internet's being a little weird tonight.
It
Well.
is A-okay. Yeah.
I'm Harold, aka Blackphone's Apothecary on TikTok, and I'll be playing Bellifer's Bragg,
Which is who?
the fastest blade in Faerû. Even though I have thus proven I ain't that fast, but I am pretty.
Sporklet, care to introduce yourself?
I'm playing Plip. He's a Curse Side Warrior. He loves snacks, and that's about his entire personality.
Megan.
Megan playing Maris Shrifty. She is a mastermind rogue archfey warlock, and she's pretty much a trash person.
Trash person?
I mean,
He's a raccoon.
she is the halfling embodiment of a raccoon. Yes.
Okay, that's I can feel that. I am a squirrel. Curspa. Curspa, to be more accurate. I am playing Sir Squeaks, the Devotion Paladin. And he is the main character.
And I am Hello Operator, and I'm playing Strahd and everyone else. Everyone else. The sheep that they picked up for a little while, and all the bad guys, and then all the good guys who are really bad guys. Who, for a point of inspiration, in character, wants to recap our last session?
I shall.
Yes!
Hello, my compatriots. For those of you who are just now joining us, on the past session, we started off in the tower of a certain man I call Rip Van Winkle. He was kind of a dick at first, but after opening up, he allowed us to sleep in his tower, as there were my arch enemy, the werewolves, outside. As we made friends or acquaintances, really, we dropped off one of our compatriots at his tower, and then traveled to the town of, I can't remember the name of it, but Krezk, to try and drop off to Titania's new body arena at the chapel there. As we made our way into Krezk with my friends and my turnips, excuse me, we found that splitting the party was the best thing for the DM to try and really test him in his patience. So while me and Maris went to the mayor of the town's house and talked about the different things and amazing miracles that the acolyte had been able to perform, the other two are in the process of hatching just the worst plan that Darren
It's
Flip
the
has
best
built
plan.
in.
It's the best plan.
Revealing the fact that this acolyte, he is trying to get a bride together for Strahd. And by bride together, I mean literally stitching the fuck together a bunch of human parts to look like a bride. I think that's about it.
No red flags here.
It is the factory where red flags are made.
I do believe you forgot. You were fed a luxurious meal, and
Yes.
I ate an apple.
We had first 2 courses of a meal, but we wanted you to join us for the last 2. But you are busy trying to teach a corpse how to tap dance or something.
I will. That is accurate.
So you guys came to the fill in a couple of gaps because you weren't there for all of it because you guys split the party and started like 4 different plot chains. So yeah, we you guys left Van Richten's tower. Stefan stayed back to help Van Richten work on his alchemical sunlight that he's been crafting. Along the way, you met a gentleman who was trying to carry his. Oh no, that was the session before. A gentleman that nobody seems to remember. But from that, you got a cart which you've been carrying turnips in.
Mm-hmm.
You met the Burgermeister's wife, their son Aya, who was killed and brought back to life by the abbot. Let's see. You met a shepherd who gave you a sheep in exchange for turnips.
Did we ever
Very
name the sheep?
well.
No, and we also have already lost the sheep. They
You
took
did
it
already
back.
lose the
They
sheep.
took it back. That's right.
You found out that this town doesn't deal much in money. Harold got two coins. He got one from Theodore, the paladin of the god of many bridges. And also pickpocketed him for a platinum coin.
Oh, I also did use as my paladin feature my divine sense. And I discovered that this boy still is giving off undead vibes.
Yes, you did.
It's only
And
mostly dead.
you guys met back up kind of in the center of town, neither in the abbey nor the mansion, and you were kind of going over what each of you had seen, what each of you had done, and Irina fainted. And that's where we stopped.
I'm going to go the moment I see Irina fall, I'm going to go over and can I look at, let's see. I would probably try and cast Lesser Restoration on her.
Okay, you cast Lesser Restoration, her eyes kind of flutter. She sits back up. Sergi? I'm sorry. And she sits back up. I don't know what came over me. I was overcome by this strange sensation that I've been here before.
Well, the soul inside of you might have been here before.
I can't say that that's a more comforting thought.
Nothing about this place is comforting, darling.
Nope.
I'm not done with you yet, and I kind of just turned a Baron Plip. Now, I say this respectfully, as a person that I care very, very much about. Do you see no flaws in the plan that you just told me? Think really hard about it for just a second.
So one of the problems that I can see is that the wedding dress shop in Valaki might be a little burned down. So
That-
we may have to find a dress somewhere else.
Oh, okay. That was not what I was referring to.
But it is a flaw.
It is
And
one of the minor
maybe-
ones.
much the only one
No.
I can think of.
No. I turn to Maris. We're not quite at eye level with each other. You're still a little taller than me, but I look up to
2
you.
feet taller than you.
I am 2'4".
Okay, I'm 1.5 feet taller than you. Whatever.
I look up and I'm like, I'm. Do you want to just go back and have dinner?
Yeah, yes. I think we should get Arena back to the comfort of the Burgermeister's house so she can recover. I mean, eventually we have to go get Belliphus, right? We can't just leave him there.
Yes, Baron Plip, would you do the kindest honor to go grab Sir Blight? No, not Sir Blight. Oh God, I'm switching campaigns. Belliphus Sprite, would you mind going grabbing Bell? We have the Burgermeister waiting, and they're providing a lovely dinner for us. And they have
Oh,
sweets.
dinner?
They have sweets.
Yes. Okay. And I am going to run off and get Belle.
And I'll be like, we'll talk about this all later.
Nothing to talk about. Bye.
In the time that this conversation is taken and Plip, you run back to the door. The door's closed. Belle, you've finished applying your makeup to the corpse bride. She's staring vacantly off in the distance. A fly just lands on her eyeball and just slowly starts walking across. No emotion, no movement whatsoever as you're like applying blush to her cheeks.
I'll get that later. And I think I'm done.
Abbott kind of leans in to inspect your work. Oh, yes, she looks absolutely glowing.
And I think step one was to just make sure she looks alive.
I think she looks very vibrant. You can hardly see the stitches anymore.
Yeah, she might. We'll just say that she was in some kind of accident, or I think this is about as best as I can do.
I was thinking about filling her with cranberry juice, so if Strahd does bite her, it's realistic.
Oh, after 2
Ah.
days, that cranberry juice is just.
Easy.
Maybe we can poison Strahd. Tainted cranberry juice.
It was
First party to ever beat Curse of Strahd with botulism.
I was going to say botulism.
I want to laugh at his idea, but I maintain composure. Like, yes, that is in fact an idea.
Thank you. I don't have blood myself, so I thought it was
Oh.
clever. Or cranberry preserves.
Oh.
Have you thought there is an ample supply of sheep that are being eaten, and I do believe their blood is probably not being used. We could probably go with that.
You bring up a very, very valid idea. This is why I love adventures. You bring such wonderful things
Like,
into Rovia.
don't tell the others that I'm with, but I think I'm the smartest of all of us.
Oh, that much is apparent. There's like a glint as he winks. Flip, you're at the door. The door's closed.
Open it.
It is locked.
Open it with
Is this
my
like
mind.
the front door to
Yeah,
the...
it's the big double doors.
Oh, then I want to climb over the wall.
You can absolutely do that. And as you plop down to the other side, Clovis is there, like with his stupid face at the door waiting to open it. He sees you and sighs. Like that's his one joy is like opening this door and scaring people with his stupid baby face.
I'm gonna yelp and like be fake scared, and then I'm gonna throw him an apple.
You do your little yelp and jump back. Like a split second before the baby face goes and then roll me a dexterity. Chuck this apple.
Just hit the
Just like
baby
a
face.
no, I'm just gonna lob it to him like a here's an apple, not throw it at him.
Okay, you're underhanding it.
Hit the baby face.
That's it's a 14 on the die. Do you want me
Yeah,
to?
it's fine. He catches the apple. I was only making you roll to see if you get a 1.
Don't make me hit him.
He scowls at you, takes a bite of the apple, the little baby face, and he sticks the apple in the baby's mouth, and baby. The master will see you. He's waiting. I don't remember what voice I used last time.
I think it was like,
Master.
Master.
You have visitors.
Master, yes, he's waiting for you again. I'm pretty sure this was not the voice. No.
No, it wasn't your.
It was absolutely not.
No, it wasn't that. It was more like you do with trying to do Nick's accent.
I also think he sounded like the toy maker from Valakee a little bit.
Yeah.
I really thought when you said Nick, I thought you were going to say Nixon, and that's what's in my head now.
I am not.
Abbott Agnew's waiting for you.
How many voices can we suggest before we stop this?
Yes. It was Tom
The Abbott's
Petty.
waiting for you. Go.
It was Tom
Michael
Petty's
Caine,
voice.
is that Michael Caine? Is that you?
I'm just imagining like Bob Dylan. Where
Master will see you now.
the master will see you now.
The master will see you now. Don't ask him about his healthcare plan.
Oh God.
Oh,
Oh.
it's my enemy.
Introducing Lich McConnell.
Oh God.
I know he'd be here somewhere.
Oh God.
I'll find you. I will end you.
I'm gonna go grab Belle and I'm gonna be like, hey, so they started dinner without us. We should go and we can come back later. But for now, our
I mean-
choices are to go eat or you can have an apple.
I'm gonna.
Bride's ear falls off.
Yeah.
So much hard work. I feel like it's just being wasted.
The
As I'm like, I can fix this. I was gonna teach her to dance, and then my stomach just.
The abbot picks up the ear, licks it, and sticks it back on.
I am
If it'd be all,
horrified.
if it'd be all right with you, Mr. Abbott, I'm gonna go chow down on some grub, but I will return in greater numbers, and we will fix this beauty right on up so that she is good to go for Strahd.
That sounds like a wonderful idea. As he reaches into his pouch and pulls out a old tome that's like Barovian etiquette. Now, you, my dear, stay a while and listen.
Anyway, I'm gonna take Belle. I'm gonna ride on his shoulder as we go back to the Burgermeisters and leave Deckard Cain to his ruminations.
The Archdevil Belial. You guys make it back to the mansion's house or the mansion. The smell of like roast lamb is emanating from the doors. The hearth is burning. You can feel the warmth of this place as you approach. It's starting to get a little later in the evening. Um, the moon's coming out. The sun's completely gone over the walls. The sky is starting to go from a bluish to a darker hue, almost a purple.
When Maris and I get back to the Burgermeister's house, I think we would ask Arena if she wanted to eat or if she wanted to lie down.
I eating's probably fine.
I
I'm fine, thank you.
I'm gonna take a look at her and remember that apparently my patron gives me powers and I will cast detect magic. Just as I'm looking at her, the spell goes off. Other
You
than her magic items, if she has any.
there's a faint aura of magic on her. You can't detect what it is. It's something old. It's
Okay.
something ancient.
Mhm.
Something I would have expected to see based on
Yeah.
what I know about her.
Yes.
It
And then I'll
is.
just turn around and start looking around the room because it lasts for 10 minutes.
As you go in, there's various little trinkets that are kind of up on the wall. You see lots of emblems of the Lord of Light. Some of them have like faint auras emanating from them. The fireplace is enchanted. It is a permanent fire. It's just little stuff like that. Nothing out of the super ordinary. There is a really nice spear above the fireplace. That's giving off a little bit of a glow. Two cross spears over his shield above the mantelpiece. That's about it. Oh, welcome back. I see you found the rest of your friends as the lady of the house approaches.
Yeah, I think our other friends are coming too.
Mhm.
They'll be here in a few minutes.
Wonderful. I hope you don't mind. We tried to wait for you, but I is a growing boy. He's already started.
Oh, that's fine. Um, as the thought in my head that I just pushed to the back is like, I don't know if this kid's gonna grow any older. Um, I'm just sitting there. I kind of climb up onto the table and I like take off, my shield and kind of sit down. I would imagine that I would kind of fashion a booster seat out of my like angled shield and I would push the chair really close up so I could sit like at the same level as everyone else.
Need a
Um
phone book? Oh wait, those don't exist here.
no. My shield is just fine. Thank you.
Maris, as you kind of walk into the room, are you going to the dining room as well?
Yeah.
Okay. As you enter the dining room, the father's still there, he's sitting down, his plate's untouched. Um, Aya looks up, mouth full, just like chipmunk cheeks, and he's still like stuffing stuff into his mouth. Um, you detect magic coming from him.
Oh, I'm
Um,
sure.
almost as if it's boiling within him. As you approach and that barrier of detect magic presses against him, that magic retreats. It's still there, but it's very dim,
Hmm.
pulsing.
Hmm. That mean.
Oh, hi guys. I, I, I didn't wait for you. I'm sorry. My mom says that's rude, but I'm on thirds.
Please apologize for our tardiness.
Mhm.
Apology accepted.
And he takes another big bite.
I am visibly uncomfortable with the energy that has been created in this town today. So I'm just kind of sitting I'm just sitting there waiting until our compatriots get there, and when they do finally like walk in, I will like breathe a sigh of relief. But I was to kind of glare at both of them also.
Yeah, there's some daggers coming out of my eyes as I stare at Belephus when he finally walks in that room.
You guys
Do I
are all
do I
there.
notice? I don't. Oh my god. Ma'am, this meal smells delicious.
Thank you. It's not much, but we wanted to welcome you adventurers. We have to ration a little bit. After all, winter is coming.
That is indeed what they say.
I'd also should be of note, my mount is there, but he doesn't have to eat, so he's kind of just standing off in the corner. So you just see two bells, one the humanoid, and then the other one just like this fey leaf creature. Just kind of just looking off, kind of off to the side.
I imagine there's like a moth on the wall, and like he opens his mouth, and vines go.
Show him what those vines do.
God damn it!
I do not like the energy that has been created at this meal table right now. But I am too hungry to care.
What is for dinner? I'm just curious.
So there's lamb. The turnips that you brought have been prepared. So roast turnips. There's various other greens. Um, it's very black. The common theme here is like a very black pepper spicy. You can tell a lot of the meat has been salted. Um, some of the stuff or some of the vegetables had been dehydrated and reconstituted. It's all food that's meant to be preserved for a while.
Are there any sweets? And did I lie to Baron Flip?
There are sweets.
Okay.
So
Good.
there's a couple of rolls that have various little nuts, a lot of hazelnut
Yes.
themed sweets.
My plate consists of like greens and then just as many as is okay for me to have of the hazelnut sweets. I would probably pick 2.
Are there potatoes?
There are potatoes.
Then my plate will consist of nothing but meat and potatoes.
Are there any sharp knives near the potatoes?
There is various cutlery. It's quite nice looking.
As we're kind of sitting and eating, because we had our conversation previously with the Burgermeister. I don't want to bring up anything that we've already discussed. I would like to turn to the Burgermeister and say, I very much would like to say how much we appreciate you having us dining. Everything is exquisite and tastes lovely. Thank you.
No, we appreciate uh, you coming. Both bringing fresh new faces to our town, as well as the lovely turnips.
Mm-hmm. They're Dave's.
Oh, well,
All hail Dave.
All hell, Dave.
Thank Dave for us,
Mm-hmm.
please. If there are any more, we would gladly pay you for them.
How many would you like to pay for? Just curiosity.
Well, we've actually had a fairly decent harvest. I don't think winter in Barovia only lasts a few months. But it's turnips on something we usually grow here. It'd be a nice addition to the menu. Change things up a little bit.
How much do you pay for turnips?
How much did he give? How much did he give you guys for the wagon?
I assume we kept the wagon, just gave him the turnips out of the
Yeah,
wagon.
well, the turnips in the wagon.
Oh,
I think it was about 50 gold, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
And how many?
Really helpful if
So
I took actual notes.
just doing D&D math though. How many turnips would have been in that wagon? Do you think? Probably to fill up an entire wagon. That would be like what?
Yeah.
200 turnips.
Well, considering there was a woman's body and her feet were hanging out the end, we're
Mhm.
probably talking, I don't know, a 3 by 4 foot wagon, probably a foot deep.
Okay, so let's
The body
So
was the body still in the wagon?
no,
No, we
no, you
burned
guys
the body.
cremated.
That's right. We did. I was going to say I know someone who it.
Oh my god.
So if you guys
Cycle,
want to do this
reduce,
D&D
reuse.
calculus, 12 cubic feet of turnip equals 50 gold.
Okay.
Hmm.
I could be like, well, I can I've got a couple more turnips in my bag of holding here. And I kind
Yes.
of point to my pouch and I just say, let's say I give you another 312 cubic feet of turnips, and then perhaps 150 gold?
I will look at the Burgermeister and just chime in. My mouth full of food. Oh, let's remember that turnips are in fact a exotic food delicacy here, and it's very scarce. So we're peddling some.
Roll persuasion with disadvantage because you're spitting potato all over his tablecloth.
Can I assist him and make it a straight roll?
You can.
Okay. Because I'm
How are
Oh!
you assisting him?
he interrupted my conversation with the Burgermeister.
Really did.
We're playing off each other. I would say of Bell, don't we don't want to, cause too much trouble for these lovely people who have helped us. I would love to help cut them a deal. This is obviously a symbiotic relationship.
So for persuasion, that's a total of 21.
I suppose we could go as much as 225.
Done. I'll like after we complete our dinner, before I go to bed, I will go out and I will empty out my bag of turnips for you.
The dinner goes on. He's just excuse me, sorry. Let's just see the rationer in the morning. He'll make sure you're paid. We truly do appreciate it.
Of course. Is
They
there?
said that
Yeah.
we were that our party could stay here in this mansion tonight, right? They
Yes,
had previously told us that.
yes. Yeah, there are guest rooms.
Okay.
There's 2 guest rooms that they can have prepared for you.
Mhm. I would say we we're only really intending to stay here for a little while, but is there anything around town that you all need assistance with, or anything that we can help you guys with?
Well, we've as I said before, we've had a wonderful harvest. Um, our son's been brought back to us. Praise be to the Abbot and the Morning Lord. The wolves stay outside thanks to the Abbot's protection. Truly, the only thing we lack for is wine. No one's heard from the Wizards of Wine in some time.
Oh, that's our next stop. Believe
Mhm.
me, my flask has been dry for far too long.
Yeah. They we have paid for our supply, but it just was never delivered.
Hmm. Well, that's not ominous at all. We will, as Maris has said, we were planning on heading that way anyway. So,
Well,
if
remember Danica asked us, well, Danica's husband, whose name I don't remember, asked us to stop by.
Danico.
Danica and Danico.
Yep.
About this time, there's a knock on the door. The manservant kind of gets up and excuses himself from. He was kind of sitting off to the side, waiting to see if anybody. He's refreshing drinks and this, that, and the other. Excuses himself and goes out to the foyer.
I had a question. Is there a what would happen to be a seamstress or a tailor in town? Would there?
Oh, there are several. I'm sure you have seen the people of Kresk have the finest of fashion.
In,
And,
in, in,
and
indeed.
you have seen their fashion.
Mm-hmm.
It's all
Mm-hmm.
very similar, very quasi militant.
Like
Hmm.
I'm a bard of sorts, and looking to add some more costumes to my repertoire. One of them being a wedding dress.
I
Where could I get one of those made?
when he says
Even a
wedding
dress in
dress,
drag.
yeah, when he says wedding dress, I just feel like both me and Maris would like slowly turn our heads at Bella and just kind of just glare at him. And then I would just go back down and I would more ferociously eat and stuff this pastry into my mouth. Keep me quiet.
Uh,
Elephas, are you adding a drag show to your performance now?
the
Uh,
Burgermeister immediately chokes on a turnip. His wife reaches over, slaps him on the back. Dear, they are from a strange land. They have strange ways we should be welcoming. Um, Mr. Bell, I,
yes.
I, if you are looking for something in black with red piping, um, then I'm sure we could fashion something.
I think that actually might work. I do
Um,
appreciate that.
yes, just in the morning, about halfway between here and the Abbey, you'll find I don't have a name prepared for this. Mailer the tailor, his shop.
Excellent, excellent. I'll be sure to bring my measurements to him tomorrow.
I'm sure you'll make a lovely bride.
Thank you. Thank you.
Oh, Nicole, no, don't say that.
Oh,
No.
are you the lucky groom?
I mean, he is the father of my unborn child. It's time we made this legitimate.
That is correct. I'm gonna be a father.
You are such strange visitors to our land.
We get that a lot.
I'd be like,
Yep.
I'm just like looking. I was like, now we're the strange visitors to your land, not the two squirrel people that curled up on your table.
That's right. I've out weirded the squirrels.
Mm-hmm. Curse button.
You do recall when you watched some of the spirits rise from the graves in Barovia and march towards Castle Ravenloft. There were Locatha mixed in there. They've seen some weird folk.
Mm-hmm.
Would it be all right? I'm assuming we're finishing up dinner.
Mhm.
If we retire to a guest room, I feel like our group has things we need to discuss.
As far as plans of
Also,
just
it's been a
navigation.
long day.
Mhm.
Oh yes, absolutely. And as she begins to rise, the manservant returns. Immediately brushes past, goes to the Burgermeister, bends over, kind of whispers something into his ear. Yeah, my apologies. Yes, my love. If you would show them to the guest room, it seems there is business that I must attend to as well.
Duty
And
calls.
gets up and goes to the foyer.
Okay. Do we pass like when we were being led upstairs? Do we pass the foyer?
I would say yes, you would.
Okay.
Who's in the foyer?
There's looks to be a farmer, very disgruntled. As you guys, unless you're stopping to actually listen, you're just going to catch little pieces of the conversation. Um, the sheep have gone missing.
Like all of them?
Are you stopping to ask that?
I would. How chaotic do I want to be?
Oh, you want to be very chaotic.
All the chaos.
I'm going to, as we're passing, as an action, I'm going to cast Zone of Truth on the foyer area. It's a 15-foot circle. And I just want to see if that changes the conversation at all. So the Burgermeister and the farmer would both need to make a charisma saving throw.
All right. Burgermeister got a 19 on the die.
Okay.
The farmer himself got a 2.
Okay. So anyone who fails this until the spell ends, a creature that enters the spell's area or starts its turn cannot speak a deliberate lie while in the radius. It also says they can avoid answering it, but that's only if they understand that the spell has been cast on them.
I would say, since nobody was really paying attention to you, they would not have noticed.
Okay.
The Burgermeister might have felt a little twinge that he shrugged off. The farmer, I'm telling you, Lord Burgermeister, that damned that very sweet lad who's not quite right in the head, I do not feel is up to the task of maintaining sheep, our sole source of meat for this village. And that's where the conversation goes.
Oh, I'm going to the room.
Mm-hmm. With that, I was like, Sir Squeaks is kind of disappointed. He was hoping for some juicier intel.
That's essentially what you've gotten. Sheep have gone missing. The farmer is blaming the very gentle giant that you met earlier for being incompetent and losing them.
Mainly, I just wanted to know what he thought the source of it was. So that's enough for me. I would go upstairs, following Bello, trying to avert my eyes from his backside as he walked up.
There are 2 rooms upstairs. They're both very, very nicely made. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 beds between the two of between the two of them, so 3 beds and 3 beds. They're situated so that the smokestack from the chimney kind of goes into the wall that separates the two of them, so they're both warmed.
Technically, we don't need both rooms, but I feel like, because me and Sir Plip could easily share a bed. But
I imagine we could share a bed, but we also just choose to use Belle's pillow.
we just choose to sleep with Belle anyway.
If it's
For this.
all the same to you, and Irene is rubbing her temple.
Probably lay
I think
down.
I'm just going to bed.
Oh my god, I forgot about Arena.
The NPC curse. Oh wait, shit, you're there? Oh god, I forgot you were even there.
Lucia, is that you?
So as we get into the door, I would thank the servant, and bid them a good night. And the moment the door clicks, there would be this silence of us sitting in the room. And then I turn to Maris and I just say, "So, would you like to start, or should I?"
It's after we get a good night's sleep, we should just leave this town. We've done what we need to do. Let's just go.
Sorry, but I have a mission to accomplish.
Yes,
Would you
we've
like to
we've
tell us about your
yeah,
mission?
yeah, we'd
I feel
love to
like you should
hear.
fill in
We'd
the
love to
details
hear.
here.
We'd
I don't
love to
feel like
hear
we're
all the
done
details.
here.
I will run through the entire plan of the abbot, ending with, now my plan here is doesn't work. I think it's about an 8 out of 10 at best.
Okay.
I will be having a custom bride's dress tailored, and then I'm going to teach her how to waltz. I think if we can get these things down, boom, Strahd gets a bride. Arena doesn't have to marry him. I think we're all we get off scot free.
Okay. That is a plan. And I want to ask just one question. Just one, if you allow me. Do you think that Strahd, who has pined for the same woman for 700 years, is going to change his mind and go for a corpse bride? If you get her
Counterpart,
pretty enough.
counterpoint, it is possible that some of Corpse Bride are the same women he's been pining over.
I
Maybe.
I take a deep look at Baron Flip, deep, and I just say, okay. So a couple of things. I genuinely want to have both of your answers because I have not seen said corpse bride. Belle, you said her ear fell off, and when she spoke, it sounded like someone opening up a can with a knife. Correct?
I'm going to be honest. These are not my feelings. However, I have read Strahd's diary cover to cover. Something tells me he is a depraved individual who probably does not want his women to talk Maris. That is not my feeling. Aggressive individual. Strahd, on the other hand, is not.
We also know, though, that Strahd does have other brides.
All right. So what
So
if we do this?
he
What if we?
wants Arena because has Titania's soul.
So I mean,
There's no we can't put that, so if we could somehow transfer that soul into that body without harming Arena, I would be all for that. I'd be like, here's your corpse bride, have a nice merry fucking wedding or whatever. He goes to sleep, lets his soul out, we get the fuck out of here. That's great. But
how about this plan? We fix up the corpse bride, and then we get one of Rip Van Winkle's glitter bombs, and we just shove it in her. Give her to Strahd, kaboom! Just a big ball of radiant mess.
A Trojan Bride.
Exactly. I see. I
now
have. I have good ideas.
now you see Sir Squeak start the gears turning, and I'm just like,
No! No!
hmm.
No,
As
come back to my
tempting
side. Come back to my side.
as tempting as that sounds, Strahd is the essential demigod of this plane. This plane exists because of his rage, right?
Well, doesn't this plane exist as a punishment? In its current state as a punishment, but it was kind of always here?
Yes, yeah. That's what I mean. It's like he has regained all of this power. Do you not think he would take a look at this bride and think,
Have you guys been eating dream cakes today?
No. Before the meal, I had an apple.
They were
And
good
was there
apples.
anything off about this apple?
They were delicious.
okay, wait,
It wasn't that big and it wasn't that
Okay.
filling, but I mean,
how
It was
it's an
a pretty
apple.
big apple.
we've walked here from Valaki, okay? We know how long this travel has taken us just to get to Krezik. Do you honestly think this bride is going to survive the decaying process over the next couple of days it would take us to even get her to Strahd's castle? You were applying makeup on her face and her ear fell off. Imagine we hit a bump in the road, all of a sudden her femur goes flying off.
DM, does Barovia have ice?
Hey, winter's
Winter
coming.
is coming.
Yeah, that's what I was just gonna say.
Essentially, she's Sally from Nightmare Before Christmas now.
Mm.
Except Sally can sing and speak
That's true.
and walk and
That's
do
true.
all of the normal things that a functioning person would do.
I imagine her a little bit Sally from the Corpse or Nightmare Before Christmas, a little bit Sandworm from Beetlejuice.
I'm looking and I say, so
When did I become the rational person here?
When-
Sorry, no offense to
when-
you, Sir Squeaks.
no, it's okay. You lost me there for a second, but I'm back.
When did we become the rational people of this party?
That's what I was thinking.
All right. Okay. Here's the. This plan is not gonna work in the least bit, but it would be a big fuck you to Strahd. That's really what I'm here for at this point.
Okay, let's
Do you personally want to deliver the corpse bride?
No, I don't. That's what the abbot was gonna do.
Okay, so you just want to get her ready and have nothing to do with the second half of his plan.
Oh, 100%. You think I'm insane? Not
Yes,
going to his
actually,
cabin.
I've been thinking that
We've been
for the
thinking
last
you've been
several
insane.
hours.
Yeah, we've been thinking that since we came to dinner.
Not
Since we were
going
out
to
here.
his castle with a bride that looks her ear fell off. Like the abbot licked it and then stuck it back to the side of her head. This plan is
Yeah, the licking was weird.
Here, let's just okay. Let's not say no to this plan. Let's table it. Let's shelf it. Let's put it up on a tall shelf. Okay, a very very tall shelf.
Are we talking about even taller than I can reach? Because I am the tallest of all of us.
Yeah, but I have a
You're
climb
so
speed.
tall.
Anyway, let's put that for now. Let's get our proverbial squirrels in a row, ducks in a row, lambs in a row. Let's say we're going to go to the winery next, right? And
I
then
mean, that was the plan. Krez Winery, and then the Druid Hill place, Yester Hill,
yeah, Yester Hill, so that we can see if we can acquire.
Silent Hill.
I have a feeling that there will be something of the sword left there. At least I'm hopeful. And then we go back to your people. I don't mean that offensive. I just meant the I have okay. Woo. We go back to
Take a breath, regroup.
just redacting all of the the microaggressions, just redacting them, like blanking them out. And then he's gonna we go to the person who said that they would fix the sword for us, the person who gave us the diary. Okay. And then once we have that, we go back to Rip Van Winkle. And then because he's our compatriot. He said for once we have the sword completed for us to go back to him.
Can I at least get the dress made first? Because I was actually kind of looking forward
As
to that.
someone who grew up in a family who runs like the seamstress guilds or whatever you want to call them in Waterdeep, I know fashion here is very different, but I don't think they're going to make anything satisfactory. By the way, did you fill us in on everything that was said at the Abbey?
Oh, 100%.
So their suggestion was to go to Valakey for a wedding dress. You know, the town that we kind of half burnt down. Well, we didn't burn it down.
Yeah,
We
and I
We
mean that's
threatened to burn
and
it
that's
down.
nothing to do with that.
that's where the one problem with this plan comes in.
Oh,
one
one
problem.
Is that
One
the wedding
problem.
dress maker might
This
be
is a
crispy.
red flag assembly line, Baron Flip. It
Wait,
is a
how-
well-oiled machine of nonsense.
Also,
How-
so I was thinking, and like, what if you guys went to the winery and I just stopped by Esther Hill real quick and just like picked up the sword?
About no?
I'm all for terrible ideas, but this one just sounds like the worst.
I mean, I feel like if Yesterhill, if we believe it's one of these cards that Adam and Ava pulled for us, I feel that's something we should investigate as a group. So let's not consider that. How tall is the corpse bride?
Oh, she is pretty tall. I think like 7, 8 feet tall, something like that. She is a behemoth.
Never mind. I was gonna say I have
I
a set
never
of
said how tall she was, but yes, she is 6'8"
Damn you,
and
Clovis.
wearing 4-inch heels.
You're very welcome.
Just gonna throw my set of fine clothes out of my here. Go figure out how to make that fit her, and then we don't have to go get her a wedding dress. I have a fancy dress. But I'm only
Your
3'6".
your fancy dress would fit her thigh.
Yeah, I know, but I'm not going back to Valaki. And
What does she actually look like? Because in my head, the entire time, I'm just Franken that was created in that.
Oh, you're breaking up on us.
I knew it was going to happen at some point. Oh, I was saying, like, what exactly does she look like? Because, like, in my head, she just looks like a female Frankenstein.
Hold on.
He
So I
showed
will
he
show.
showed he showed us last time.
If you
yeah,
go
like a
under
flesh. She looks like a
if you
flesh
go
golem.
under on Roll20, if you go under like the thing that looks like a folded up newspaper,
Yeah, go to
it
handouts.
has all of the handouts, and
Right
it'll show
there.
you everything that he's released.
yeah.
Um,
For the people at home, I can do this.
Hold on. I'm changing this up a little bit. I gotta see where it just went.
There's that one.
Vasilka is the
There we go.
one. Yeah.
Let's see.
What am I looking at?
That's what she looks like for chat purposes.
Ooh.
There we go. Just dropped her in the center of the thingy thing.
She's so pretty with the makeup you put on her.
Thank you. I do good work.
No, that is the makeup he put on her. The little swoops on her face.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm saying.
So
Oh, I can make this a little bigger. There we go.
I will say, Belafos, if you would like to go see if there's a seamstress who can make a dress and you would like to spend your own coin on it, no problems, no worries. I am all for it. Tomorrow morning, I would like to personally go see the abbot.
I have absolutely no desire to ever see this person.
I mainly want to get a sense for what's going on around there.
You remember the card I drew from the deck, and it showed scary things about this guy. Like, he's clearly not right in the head.
Mm-hmm. Yes, on that note, and I would explain to the party, to Baron Plip and Bell, about the undead child who's sleeping in the same house as us.
Not undead, mostly dead.
Undead. Yeah, he died for, they said, around 2.5 weeks they found him. And the abbot brought him back to life.
but
Oh, so
apparently
it got better.
he didn't. No, he's
No.
still undead.
He's still dead.
He did
Oh.
not bring him back to life.
Mhm.
So he did die. I know it.
Mhm. So,
And
whatever magic the abbot has is powerful. But I really want to see what school of magic he possesses.
having witnessed what I witnessed from the abbot and having conversation, would I know what schools of magic or what magic he?
You know he's a celestial being. Um, and he did, from some of the context clues you've kind of picked up, he's brought people back from the dead before, but it's always typically within a week of them passing.
Well, considering that he is a celestial being, I reckon that he's using divine magic.
And
Well,
I'm
divine
assuming
magic
this is.
good.
Yeah. Divine does not mean good.
I mean, that's fair.
And, I mean, considering where we find ourselves and what's good, what is.
That there's
This is a giant gray area. We're just right there in the
Scary
middle.
things. The scariest thing about all of Barovia is like I'm one of the best people here, and that's a pretty shitty review of this place.
Let's be honest. I think Danica. She's one of the better people.
No, she's the best person here.
Yeah. Her kids were adorable.
Eh.
I remembering what I did to that one raven, every single time Danica's name comes up, I'm just like, well, I would say tomorrow I would like to meet this person face to face and see this corpse bride for myself.
Also, Belle, I've seen you try to dance. Maybe someone else should teach her.
Well,
I mean,
if that's the case,
it's anything like you fighting it, again.
watch. Well, I feel like I have been called out. So
You did lose me 137 gold. 117 gold.
I mean, it helps that someone can hit 2 times and I can only hit them 1 time.
PvP?
However,
Warlock duel, let's go.
I did bust out some moves to open the wizard's door. Also, I have been working on a little performance. If you would all like to take a gander of what I am currently working on. And I
You
will
know what? I need a laugh.
I will take out my rapier. And I will spend I will do various twirls, almost like kind of like a whirling dervish. My sword is spinning. As I cast Lehman's Tiny Hut, I'm gonna spend a spell slot to do it.
In the room?
And in the room. And as I spin around, you can see me weave pieces of arcane so that when I am done, there is an opaque lavender dome that none of you are allowed to into. It's mine and only mine. Finally sleep by myself!
Mhm.
And I'm gonna cast that. I will give everyone a bow and then disappear into my.
As you're going in, I am going to cast command on you. And I'm going to say, share. And I need a wisdom saving throw from you.
I wish I had a 3rd level spell. I would so dispel magic that shit.
It's my wisdom. It's not good. Oh, even inspirations wouldn't help me. Excellent. That's a 3.
No, you fail. So yeah, I cast command on you and I say, share?
Only one of you is allowed in the hut.
That's not what my command said.
You and Sir Squeaks could use some alone time.
Oh, you said share?
Yeah.
I will spend the next minute casting another Lehman that is all that I can get in? And Sir Squeaks can get in.
And I'll be like, and unlike Belephus, all of you are welcome in my tent.
Baron Plip, you haven't been. You've just been watching this all unfold. Give me a perception check.
There goes 2 second level spell slots. No, 2 third level spell slots.
Ooh. Megan, your dice. This is the first time I've rolled this one. I don't know if you can see that. It's a 20.
A natural 20.
From the next room over, you hear the window open.
Wait, the room that Arena went in?
Hmm.
I don't hear it, but
Just Plip hears it.
Is there a window to our room?
There is a window to your room as well.
I'm gonna stick my head out the window.
You see her. There's so it's this. You're in the second story. There's kind of a sloped roof. You're facing out where the front door is, and she's slowly climbing out the window onto this little sloped roof.
I am going to fly from window to window and be like, "Hey, whoa there, buddy! What you doing?"
where's
Loud
Baron
enough
Flip
that they can
going?
hear me.
Give me a second.
I'm sorry, but he can fly now.
Um, where are you landing at?
Just flying. I have a fly speed of 50.
Okay, so you flew out the window. Where are you at in relation to the windows, Irina?
Directly in front of her so that she can't come out. And I'm just like,
So she stops, and she's just staring beyond you.
so I just want to kind of guide her back in and stand in the windowsill.
She's just standing there.
I'm going to be like, buddy, what you doing?
Uh,
Nothing.
Seeing
I feel
this,
like
And
feel like
I'm
I
gonna
moved
yell
to the
out.
window.
I'm gonna yell out in Cursiva, Squeaks, Squeaks, I need some help here.
okay, I immediately seeing you fly out and over. I'm
Her
like,
arm begins to reach up, reaching off into the distance.
I immediately say to Maris, over to Irina's. Let's go. Next door. And I just run
Well, I
out the
mean,
door.
I'm just gonna. You said our window opens into a client like a sloped roof, right? Screw
But
that! I'm going out our window.
I
I'll
run
get on the
around.
roof.
I run around and open the door from the other side and go in. So it's like
And as I'm going through the window, I'll do detect magic just to see if there's anything around. Because maybe there's a Strahd bat.
so that same kind of ancient energy you felt in her before seems a little bit more present. Um, she's not moving. She's just standing there, staring off into the distance.
Hey,
Do I sense anything? Blind sight out 10 feet.
No.
mm,
go up and shake her. No, I'm gonna do what I've always. No, I can't reach her face. I can't slap her. I'm too short.
No, you can stand on the windowsill with me.
If
Just
I was gonna say, if I could reach, I
kinda
would try to
wavers.
slap her face.
You want to slap her?
Yeah. My unarmed strike does 0 damage because I have a -1 to strength. So
Roll to hit, and I'll give you advantage because she's incapacitated right now.
always wanted to hit her. It's a 15 to hit.
Yeah, you reach up, you slap her. I'm going to do this as a straight roll instead of at disadvantage. Let me roll a d20 instead of a d12. She stumbles backwards, bumps into the wall. Her eyes focus. Her hand drop, like reaches up, touches her cheek. Why are we on the roof?
Yeah. Why are you on the roof?
I don't. I lay down and I went to sleep.
Let's go
Wait,
back
no,
inside.
she's in her room.
No, she was on the. She
You
was on
said
the
she was
roof.
climbing out the window.
Yeah, she got out of the window.
Oh.
Let's go
I
back inside.
I immediately get to the windowsill and I touch my symbol on my chest and I divine sense. Do I sense any type of celestial, fiend, fae? Do I sense anything? Undead?
Not in this room.
Kid.
Yeah.
Down the hall.
Yeah.
Whatever the room is,
Let's go back
but
inside.
nothing in this general vicinity.
I lean down outside of the windowsill and I try. Can I try and pull up Arena into her room?
Yeah, and she's. It's the window's probably about torso height, or like mid torso height to her, so she's able to kind of get in. She takes your hand. She accepts the help.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry.
I'm just imagining
I
this
I can't
squirrel just
remember the
literally
last
lifting her
time.
off the ground.
I can't remember the last time I slept. I walked in my sleep.
Is this something that you did back home? And did your steps try to lead you towards Strahd?
I was asleep, so I don't rightly recall. Um,
Is that how you ended up getting bitten twice?
I did generally wake up either outside or with the window open. Yes.
Hmm.
I generally dreamt I was someone else. I had a similar dream before you. I would say rudely, but I do appreciate it. Woke me up.
Hey, Belle. Did you come over
No,
too?
no, I did not. My head is probably out the window, just like you guys got this.
I got a question for you. Your tiny hut, once you're inside, it can close off, right? Like it's walls. It's essentially walls,
I
entirely enclosed.
mean, pretty much.
So how about Irina sleeps in one of those tonight?
And
Mm,
Because they don't have windows.
don't read too much into why I have these. And I have a set of manacles in my gear. I'm sure there's a reason why I have them.
And that's why I owe child support.
I mean, we all have a past.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not. I mean, it's not a terrible idea, right?
Squeaks looks at the manacles and he just kind of like raises his eyebrows and is like, "All right,
Hey,
Maris."
don't you fucking judge me.
I'm not judging.
Hey, you should have seen my boyfriend before he got cursed.
Mm.
There is not enough disinfectant in Barovia for me to put those on.
Will
That's
you
fine. They're
sleep
still.
in a tiny hut?
I could.
Because we have a couple of those.
It.
We're gonna
I
have to have. I think it'll work out. You you can sleep in a hut, which is gonna mean that Squeaks is gonna have to bunk up with Belle in his hut, and then Maris and I will sleep outside the huts to make
Yeah.
sure that you don't come out of the hut. And I think
or
that'll work out just perfectly. And I don't think that there need to be any alterations to that plan.
or same plan, but I can just spend 11 minutes and just making.
So I will say, The tiny hut doesn't allow things to go into it.
But things can get
Rina can
out.
pass out.
Mhm.
Yes, that is why
Oh, so it's
Baron
not
Flip
walls.
and I will sleep outside to keep an eye on anyone trying to leave their huts.
Mhm.
Spells and magical effects cannot,
Yeah.
so that might be helpful.
I raise my hand and I just say, Arena, come sleep in my tent tonight. There's another bed. I can sleep on a bedroll if you wish.
Is there really a need to pitch a tent when we're in a house?
It helps with making sure this
Amazing.
magical effect can't affect you again.
I love how everyone else took that in a completely different direction.
Yeah. Mm. I turn to her and I
Uh,
say,
We're having a
if I'm
serious conversation
sharing,
about serious things right now. Grow up.
no, I mainly am just thinking, Sir Squeaks ain't pitching a tent for no arena. I'm sorry, you're cute and all, girl, but like not my flavor.
Okay, let's just. Okay, everyone, focus! Focus. Arena, I think this is the best way to protect you if you were to just sleep inside one of these tiny huts. I don't care who's in there with you.
Can you at least is one cast over bed at least?
no, there is not one cast over a bed, but it is spacious and comfy.
So since we've left, we've slept on rocks. We've slept on the side of the road.
I'm
We slept
dragging.
in a rotting wizard's tower. The first time we have a warm fire and
Hey,
beds, no
hey,
less.
we slept at an inn in Valakey. You had a bed there several nights.
I did. I slept in my armor. Because as we learned, Strahd could enter.
Okay, would you rather be comfortable in a bed or alive?
That is an
I
excellent question.
suppose I do see your point.
I immediately just kind of Squeaks, just
Start-
ready to go to bed. Ready to go to bed. I just grab one of those beds and I start pulling it into the tent.
Chuck it in the hut.
I'm just gonna-
literally.
I see Squeaks doing that, and I'm just going to move the bed into the hut.
Okay.
I'm just gonna yeet the bed into the hut.
Yeet it.
There, bed.
And I just muttering about pampered nobles and their prissy.
I will make sure as the bed is being yeeted to the dome that I designate Arena and everyone keeping that one dome, mine, but the other one, and the bed is so it doesn't just hit it and break.
Well, I imagine it's going through like the door.
Yeah. Because the psionic power that Baron Plip has, they can control it. They can move it faster.
He still has to designate the bed as being allowed to enter the hut.
Oh,
Mhm.
gotcha. But I will just sleep on a bedroll. I don't care.
Thank you all, truly.
Real
Do you
question,
think
while
it's
we have
prudent for me to stay in my armor?
be like, well, I will leave the tent if you wish to undress. But before we do, I have one last thing to ask you about, Irina. Well,
Go.
while we're up. So, this is a hypothetical. Okay. Say there was a abbot in town. And say this abbot is making I'm like thinking of how to phrase this.
Sir Squeak, she was with us when Baron Plip met us on the road and explained parts of this plan. She already knows.
I know.
You
Mainly
don't
I'm
have to beat
asking,
around the bush.
are you still is this still your final destination? Because if all things go well, we might be leaving tomorrow.
My final destination was with the abbot. So I should probably meet him at some point. Um, as for your plan, I quite like the idea of her exploding in his face.
Good plan, right? I mean,
It's a terrible plan, but that's why I
it,
love it.
it is a terrible plan, but that's why it's good.
Oh, we're converting her to our side.
Yeah. We
I,
will.
I,
I am going to go see the abbot first thing tomorrow morning. I would ask that you accompany me and we see if it's a good fit for you. And if so, you are free to stay there and we can part ways. But I am apprehensive because of the sleepwalking. You weren't
I
there.
fully intend to stay up and keep watch. And we all have to.
Do we have like a bell or something that we can put on her?
right here.
Mm.
Not
Ew.
you. No!
Ew.
I honestly didn't need it in that house.
Ew.
Everyone take 1d4 psychic damage.
That would be a 4.
I mean, you want to
DM,
share?
where
Do
is your
you,
campaign now?
Elphys, did you want to share a hut with her?
Okay.
By all means.
With all of this,
Moving right along.
I say
Yep.
I will take third watch.
I'll take second.
I'm taking no watches. I'll be crashed out sleeping by myself.
As you guys are discussing this, Arena goes into the dome, goes to the bed, and begins unclasping this armor. There are deep lines in her skin from how long she's been wearing it. There's a sigh of relief as she pulls the plates off and sets them down on the ground. And for the first time, you can clearly see the duo of puncture marks that have scarred on the side of her neck. No, she has a ring of prestidigitation. She doesn't stink. Um, but it looks like a lot more than just the weight of her armor has been removed from her body. She's in her small clothes. She's still decent. Um, Crawls into the bed and just immediately falls into a deep sleep.
Once I see her actually fall asleep, then I would take off my armor and I would go to sleep.
I'm staying outside the domes, and I will take first watch.
First watch. What are you watching exactly?
I'm just keeping an eye out and listening and periodically casting detect magic just to see if anything. And as I'm doing that, honestly, I'm probably just sitting there shuffling through my cards.
Okay. Give me a perception check.
That is a soft 20.
It's quiet. Off in the distance, you hear the bleat of sheep when the wind moves just right. Um, Around it's coming closer to the end of the watch. You do catch it's very brief. It's also very dark. Just a small figure dart from the front door off into town. That's it.
I will share that with whoever relieves me for second watch.
I'm on second watch.
I will let you know about that figure. And then I'm going to bed. I'm actually still going to sleep on the outside of the hut, just in case you need to wake me up for any reason.
All right. Baron Plip, what are you doing on your watch?
Mostly watching, looking out the window. Just kind of keeping an eye out for any like weird, unusual things.
Roll perception.
Nine.
It's quiet.
Oh, I don't hear the false hydra singing.
And then off in the distance you
God
hear.
damn it.
No, you don't. You don't hear anything. You hear Maris snoring. Um, you hear the fire crackling downstairs. Mm, Beyond that, the world is still. It's about 2 o'clock in the morning now.
Fire's still going at 2 a.m.?
The one that warms the hearth, yes. So, somebody noticed earlier when they cast Detect Magic, it's an eternal flame.
Oh.
Who's got third watch?
Just hanging out.
Me. I also just realized we don't have enough watches because Bell said he wasn't going to watch.
I'll actually take third as well, and then
I was gonna say
I
I'm fine
will
being
wake up
woken up too.
Squeaks for fourth.
Okay.
Okay. Give me perception at disadvantage because it's been a long time and you're going off of 2 hours of nap right now.
Ooh, 14.
14.
I like these dice.
There isn't much going on. It's dead quiet outside. There's the hoot of an owl. Just general nighttime noises. Um, and a dark figure that moves back through the front door.
Mm. Does the figure look like the kid?
It's about that size.
Is it toward the end of the watch?
Yes.
Okay. I'm gonna wake up Squeaks then and tell him that Maris saw the figure leave, and I just saw it come back, and so he's gonna. I'm gonna want him to watch over Irina, and I'm gonna go downstairs or like go and see if I can find the little whatever came back.
Give me just a second. I want to check one thing. Um, you've been up for quite a while now. You are going to take one level of exhaustion, which is disadvantage on ability checks until you get a full rest. Um, Sir Squeaks, hearing that, are you responding, doing anything? It's about 4 a.m. right now.
Seeing that Baron Plip is tired, I am going to cast my last second level spell.
I cast Rip It.
No, Lesser Restoration doesn't help with that. I will cast Bless on you, and then I'll be concentrating on it.
Oh, thanks.
I'll cast Bless on you, and then just because why not, I'll cast Bless on myself as well.
All right, it's about 4 a.m. Baron Plip, what are you doing?
I want to go see if I can find whatever just came back into the house.
Okay, you going down the stairs, down the hallway. You walk out. You walk out the door. The hallway extends down a little bit. There's the guest room that you're not using. Another three doors, two along the hallway and one at the end.
I want to go downstairs.
Okay. You go downstairs. The door wasn't closed all the way. There's a gentle breeze. It creaks slightly in that. Um, Floor's a little wet.
Close it.
Close the
Do I
door.
see like wet footprints or anything?
Do you have dark vision? It's dark in the house.
I have blind sight.
You see floor.
Cool. Do I see anything invisible?
No.
Well, that's fun. If I don't see anything amiss, I'm just gonna go back up and go to sleep.
When you walk upstairs and go back into your room, you leave bloody footprints behind you from stepping in that puddle.
As Baron Plip walks back into the room and says that they didn't find anything, I'm gonna use Divine Sense once again in a 30-foot radius in all directions.
The next room over, from the guest room you're not using, you sense that undead energy.
So he already made his way up. Okay. All right. I would say to Baron Plip, I'll be like, get some sleep.
Wait, question. Would I not have felt the puddle when I stepped in it?
Well, I said you stepped in it. I said the floor was wet.
Oh, I didn't realize you
But it
meant.
was, yeah, but it's dark in there. That's why I was asking if you had blind sight. You just noticed it was wet. Not
Oh,
necessarily
okay.
what it was wet with.
Like, see it as I'm walking up the stairs?
Not really, because it's dark. The only light is coming from the room right now, and the dining room you were in. The rest of the house is dark. Now that you're back in the room, you can see that you're leaving lesser and lesser so, but red footprints.
Oh, okay. I'm going to tell my concerns to Sir Squeaks. In that, I'm gonna look behind me and be like, I didn't see anything. Oh, Jesus. Fuck, is that blood?
I turn to Baron Plip, I touch his shoulder, and I say, get some sleep. I've got this. And then I said, I will probably wake up Maris, however.
Okay, I'm going to go to sleep on the windowsill.
Okay.
Just in case she tries to bolt again.
Okay. As you go to sleep, I am gonna go and tap Maris up, and I say, Maris, I'm
What?
some concerns.
I mean,
There, I acquire your investigative and your somehow seemingly perfect eyes for darkness now, which is still confusing to me. Would you mind investigating something for me?
okay.
And I explain to her what Baron Plip explained to me about the blood and the bloody footprints that he left.
Maris, you're in a very similar situation as Sir Squeaks was, or I'm sorry, Baron Plip was. It's been a long day. You stood your watch. You're only on about 4 hours of sleep. If you get up and move around, it will be with a point of exhaustion.
That's fine.
I will cast Bless again because I have more spell slots. And
So,
put it
what do
back
you
up
want
on me.
me to exactly do you want me to do?
Baron Plip couldn't see anything, but your eyes are much better. Perhaps
want-
if you go down and investigate, I would like to see the source of the, if we can see any source of the blood, or that concerns me. He said that he thinks that it was the kid that tracked the blood in.
Okay. I'm going to attempt to stealth, even though it's dark, whatever, and I don't think anyone's awake. I'm going to stealth down to the front door, and I'll investigate the puddle, avoiding stepping in it, because that's gross.
All right, stealth at disadvantage.
Oh, I like my dice. I'm a halfling. I like my dice. 18.
Let me get one of the dice that doesn't have a skull in it because I haven't tested to see if they're balanced yet.
Add a d4 to. Did you add a d4 to that?
Oh, I didn't. Thank you. Bless. See, I'm tired in real life too. So soft 20.
Up.
Mostly,
You're
I want to
super
avoid
stealthy.
if this kid is in the hallway. Like, I don't want this kid to find me.
He's just standing in the doorway staring.
Just like
You open the door, you creep out, and as you're going down the steps, there is a dark figure crouched by the doorway.
Our doorway.
The front door to the house, and
Okay.
you just hear a.
Um.
So happy I'm in my dome.
Do I by chance, I don't know, see any sheep's wool? Cause I don't know if I could tell if this is human blood or animal blood because I'm not that smart. I don't have that skill, but did this kid sneak out and eat a sheep?
It's blood, that's all you know, and there's the pool of it. There is a figure crouching over it.
And someone probably cleaning it, I would assume.
Actually, you have dark vision, don't you?
I have dark vision at so 120.
You do. It's
So
the
I would.
manservant scrubbing the floor.
That's what I figured. Okay. Um. Do I see Baron Plip's bloody footprints also going back towards our room?
About halfway up the steps, you do.
Ah,
You
shit.
see bubbles on the floor. The halfway down,
Okay.
and that is
I would
them
like.
sponging everything up.
Sir Squeaks, did you tell me where the kid was?
I shared all of the information that
Okay,
Baron
I'm
Flip had.
gonna go to the door of the room that the kid is in. I want to listen. I would. So dumb. I would like to sneak into the child's room and just take a look.
It's not that badly.
No, it's not at all.
Give
As
me another.
quietly as possible, I'm going to go into this kid's room.
Give me another stealth check at disadvantage, but with bless.
Well, thing of note, bless only does last for 1 minute, so you wouldn't have bless anymore.
Okay. 16.
Double 12s on mine. Door. You feel it get tense as if it's going to creak, and you're able to lift up on it just a little bit so it rides over that rough spot in the hinge. Um, there's a small form wrapped under blankets, sleeping soundly.
Is he bloody?
He's under blankets.
Oh, visibly no blood. And this just looks like a child's room. Like, do I notice anything off? And I will cast detect magic, knowing I'm going to get it from the child. But
Yeah, that's essentially what you get. Is you're getting that bubbling
okay.
magic. It's kind of radiating from within the child.
I'm gonna test the whole. I'm gonna walk closer to him and then kind of back away from him and just see if it gets stronger and weaker. And
As you get closer to him, give me a perception check at disadvantage.
well, guys, the halfling rolled 2 natural ones,
Mm-hmm.
so it's a 1. It's 5. I mean, but it's still a natural 1.
Everything looks fine. You see a sleeping child.
Yeah, I'm
In
gonna
fact,
make
you aren't sure what you've seen. This dark vision's new to you.
Yep.
You're
I'm not gonna-
tired.
Yep. You know what? I'm going to hide in the room, and I'm going to stay in the room probably about 10, 15 minutes just to keep a watch. I'm going to hide somewhere in the room.
Okay. Give me a stealth check.
Oh god. This can go so many bad ways. Like every hair is standing up
24.
on end.
24. There's a little closet in his room. He's a kid. He doesn't pick up well after himself.
Yeah, I'm also
There's
small, so I'll hide
You're
amongst
also
dolls.
small. Yeah, there's crumpled clothes, a lot of little toys from Blinksy.
Do any of them look like me?
No, none of them do.
Oh, okay,
Thank
that's
None of
God.
good.
them do.
Thank God.
There are a
Doesn't have
couple
a
that look
Maris
like
doll.
sheep.
Any of them missing their head because he bit them off?
One of them.
Jesus. Yeah, and so I'm gonna stay hidden, is time it a little bit, 10, 15 minutes, just to see what I see, if anyone comes in, if he does anything, and then I'll make my way back to the room.
Yeah, he doesn't do anything. Kind of pause a little bit, turns over to sleep. Yeah,
And his mom doesn't come, like, check on him or anything.
not with your stealth rolls. It's
Yeah.
still about like 4:30 in the morning.
Okay. Then I'll just go back to the room and I'll tell Sir Squeaks all of the things that I saw and learned.
Okay.
He bit the head off one of his toy sheep.
God, I
Do you
fucking
think
hate this place.
Do you think he's eating the sheep? I think he's eating the sheep that are missing.
I don't honestly know what I think. Anything that I have in my head is far more sinister than I would like to think.
Do you think any place here doesn't suck? Like,
No. Maybe the vineyard. Maybe that's the saving grace. But
no. See,
we're 0 for 3 right now. We're 0 for
we're going
3.
to go investigate a winery that stopped delivering wine to here and to Valaki, and no one knows why. I'm sure it sucks there too. It can't be for good reasons.
The only place that I think doesn't suck is home.
I mean, Danica's Tavern was pretty great, and then Strahd exploded it.
Yeah, but that was the only good place in that entire fucking city.
Yeah, only good places. I mean, the Vistani camp was nice too. Alright, I should probably go to sleep.
Yes. I will. I really want to go downstairs and talk to the servant.
Since I already have a point of exhaustion, and you can say this is metagaming, I wouldn't know. If I go to sleep, would I lose it because I finished my long rest? If I stay up, do I
finish a long rest? You may have to sleep in so it was 6 hours of sleep technically, and 2 hours of downtime where you're just not doing anything extraneous. So like an uneventful watch.
I feel like I'm too disturbed to go back to sleep. I'm just gonna push it and stay
I would
awake and hope
say
there's coffee at breakfast.
both you and Baron Plip will benefit from a short rest.
Okay.
Fully healed any damage that you've taken without having to expend any hit die. But you're still suffering that point of exhaustion and any spent spell slots, psychic die, what have you, that you would need a long rest to regain.
Sir Squeaks, if you want to go downstairs, and you're better at talk. I don't talk well. Surprisingly, I suck at talking to people. I can stay here.
Are you sure, Maris?
Yeah, it's fine. Maybe look for some coffee, but yes, that's fine.
Okay. It's around, you would say, like, after Maris was in that child's room for around, like, 15 minutes and downstairs creeping for about 10. It's like 4:30 in the morning.
It's probably a little later. I'd say it's close to like 4:30, 4:45.
Okay. Yeah, I will go back in the tent and I will put on my armor and I will go downstairs, kind of stealthing. I'm already at disadvantage, so double disadvantage isn't going to do anything for me, but I'm just going to try and squeak by, pun intended. At disadvantage, that is an 8. So I'm just trying to be quiet. I'm not necessarily trying to hide that I'm up. I'm just not trying to wake everyone up.
As you go out into the hallway, the board creaks under your feet, the added weight of the armor, and the door at the far end of the hallway opens up, and you hear a woman's voice. Is everything okay?
Yes, I please go back to bed. I normally wake up fairly early to try and train and keep my uh, muscles loose. I also wanted to make sure that I had all of my turnips prepared for you all.
Oh, that's very sweet of you. There's if you like, there's coffee in the kitchen. Please help yourself.
I
The
make a
door
note of that, and I'll
closes.
make a note of that to bring some up to Maris. And I
There's
go.
some whiskey too.
I make my way down the stairs. Do I still see the servant scrubbing away at the floors?
He's gone. The floors are spotless.
Hmm. Well, that wastes the thing that I was wanting to do. I go downstairs. I do not have dark vision, but I do have my channel divinity, which I will use, and imbue my weapon with a bright light. So I am. That brings out bright light within 20 feet. I'm downstairs, so I shouldn't bother anybody. But I'm just looking for any trace of. I'm gonna go actually leave and go outside and see if I see blood, and I'm gonna do some investigating of my own.
You don't see any blood per se. It looks like the ground's recently been swept. There is a bucket. Looks like the inside of it's wet. There is a pinkish rag hanging from the side of it.
Okay. I'm gonna investigate the area. I'm gonna take a look around, and see if there is any trace. If I can find and trace the source of the blood that was found.
Seems to be with the you do find you're able to actually give me a survival check.
Survival, I am actually decent at. I am so glad I took that as one of my proficiencies. Ooh, okay. 18.
Okay, nice. um, you do find small footprints. Um, but the gate between them is longer than it should be. And they seem to be coming back towards that main gate where the flocks were kept.
Okay. Um. So wait, what? The gate was. I'm confused.
So front gate was down here. And outside of it, it doesn't show it on the map. But they're like paddocks where all the sheep were being grazed. You met the gentle giant whose name I don't remember off the top of my head, like right out here.
Mm-hmm. Um. I'm going to go towards. I'm trying to track any source of blood or just in general, and I'm keeping my sword lit, and I am just. I'm not necessarily hiding my presence. I am out for an early morning walk to stretch my muscles, if anyone were to ask me.
As you start making your way back towards the gate, in this little area here where it just shows trees, we'll say that's where the sheep were kept,
Mm-hmm.
livestock pens. Um, the gate is broken and swaying on its hinges.
Okay. Can I make a perception check to see if I see anyone around or anyone aware?
Absolutely.
Perception. That is a 15.
Not really. The town's still asleep. It's probably getting closer to 5. There's a few lights that are starting to come on in different windows as people begin to kind of wake up and move around just a little bit. Um, Off in the distance, kind of the sun isn't up yet, but off towards the east, it is starting to get a little bit brighter. You can see the silhouettes of the guards moving along the walls.
Do I see a guard that I can approach?
It's a little ways off, but yeah, you could definitely make your way up to the gate. There's at each point on the side of that gate are little guard houses on top of it. Um, the guards there are not patrolling; they are standing on watch.
I'm wanting to essentially, in case the guards didn't know, I don't want them to see me walking around and think I busted this shit open. So I'm trying to let them know that this is an issue, and perhaps through conversation I can gather some more information.
It's mighty fine light you've got down there, friend. One of the a little bit hard to see. I'm assuming you're one of the adventurers.
Yes, sir. I was out for my morning walk, my contemplation time, and I noticed your gate over here has been tampered with.
Oh, I'm afraid I didn't notice that myself. We spend most of our time watching over the walls for wolves. Uh, and you notice he's slurring just a little bit as he speaks.
Hmm. Okay. I'll be like, can I ask you a couple questions?
I don't see why not. Yeah, and I hope you eat me up. I've been on this watch for about 4 hours. I've got 4 hours left to go.
Uh, so I will walk up to him then.
Okay, and there's a ladder that kind of goes up into his little towered guardhouse.
I don't use the ladder, I just climb straight up the wall.
Very well.
And I climb up to meet him. I bow. I say, "My name is Sir Squeaks. What is your name?"
Ah, Wedge, lovely to meet you. And he extends a hand down towards you.
I take his hand and I kind of bow my head once more and I say, as he shakes my hand, I do pump 2 of my healing hands into him and cure him of his poison and drunkenness.
He he blushes immediately, realizing what you've done. And kind of looking around, there is a table. There are some cards on it. There's an empty bottle of something in the corner. Uh, sorry, I sorry.
Mm. Well, I'm, as you probably are aware, me and my compatriots are staying as the Burgermeister's guests. Um,
Uh, he, it was passed along to the guard that we had adventurers here.
so you didn't see anything about this gate? It's the food source for your people. It would be a shame if something were to have happened to the sheep.
It's a mighty suspicious. What if you're bringing up friend? I trust that nothing has happened.
The gate is broken open.
Well, I appreciate you bringing it to our attention. Did you notice anything?
No, I was hoping that you would be able to tell me more, but it seems that you've been, and I look over to the bottle, distracted.
Slightly. No, we'll deal with this. Biggs, and he yells over. Gentleman in the other tower, kind of leaning against the wall, kind of jumps upright, and you see like his helmet kind of falls over his face, and he pulls it back up. It seems like something's gotten into the sheep.
Hmm.
Well, let's go have a look, Ed. And he calls along the wall to extend their patrol so they cover the guardhouses as well.
Do
And
you mind, Sir Wedge, if I um, accompany you?
by all means, and there's no so here. We don't hold titles.
Hmm.
Just Wedge will do. And both Biggs and Wedge both come down.
Okay.
Um, light torches, and when they do, the scene inside is not as gruesome as you'd think. There's blood, yeah. There's no corpse, not a tuft of fur, not a bone, nothing.
Do I see like how much blood are we talking? Does this seem like this is a like one sheep that's gone missing, or is this like a several sheep have been attacked and dragged away
There
somewhere?
are other sheep, and as you approach, they immediately move away.
Um, I would like to walk up to one of the sheep and just try and make an animal handling check to try and calm it down.
Roll for it.
What is my animal handling? I mean that's a 12.
Do me a favor, roll this one with advantage.
Okay. That's a natural 20. It's for 21.
You realize this is the same sheep as before, as it just looks over your shoulder and shoves its head into your bag of turnip holding.
I throw out turnips for them. And I smile at the sheep and I turn back
Who
to the guards.
licks your face?
Uh I turn
Because you
back
It's
to
love
a
a pet.
it's a meaty lick, like, and lifts you onto your toes as the tongue drags up.
um I look back to the guards and I say, "Whose job was it to keep watch on this tonight?"
Well, the shepherd watches his flock.
Hmm.
We watch the walls.
Hmm.
He
Um,
usually sleeps out here with them.
I would like to cast. Hmm. I mean, I guess I would just like to investigate, see if there's any remnant of. If there's no body, I can't really investigate what would have attacked it. What is the blood splatter like? Is it just like pools of blood, or is it on the walls,
It is
or
sprayed. It is on the walls. It is on the posts. It is mixed with the mud. There's a little bit on the, like there's an overhang to this stable ish. I don't know what you call a place for for sheep, sheeple. Um, it's it looks like somebody popped a balloon in here.
I said, I say to the guards, thank you for your time. I trust that you can handle this part.
Yeah, we'll look for the shepherd, see what he found. Don't you? I don't see any blood on you.
I'll investigate the. No, I'll go. Let the Burgermeister know myself.
It's appreciated. Well,
Have there been other attacks like this in the past?
no, not of late. Not that anyone's reported. Once in a while, one of the wolves slip in, get a hold of the sheep. They don't make a mess like this, though.
Last thing I would do, Divine Sense. I've got 5 more. So tap it out. Do I sense any remnants of celestial, undead, or fiend? Any kind of remnants of magic or auras?
There. Give me an investigation check.
Ooh, that's a good roll. It's my investigation. Oh, but I'm not an investigative type. So a 19 on the die for an 18.
You do feel it's very faint, and it's growing fainter. As you're kind of looking around, there is it's a triangular looking tooth, serrated, lying in the mud.
I pick it up.
So you pick it up,
Mm-hmm.
and as you do, it turns into a small humanoid looking tooth. And with that, we've been playing for 2 hours. It's time for a slight bio break.
All right. Oh my god. Okay.
Well, shit.
Well, we shall be back in a second, guys.
Ah, are we off the air?
I'll be right back.
This is
Wait.
the goddamn undead werewolf. That's what we're
How
dealing
many,
with.
how many hit points does a child have when he's in child form?
Not a lot. I think it's like
Oh.
4 or 2.
Audio's still on.
And I think we're back.
Hey,
So much.
curiosity. When you put us on our little breaks, is the audio still going?
For those of you who are watching, the audio was originally on, but I turned off the desktop audio. I turned off my microphone, but I had forgotten before to pee, or excuse me, my refreshment break, to turn the desktop audio off. But when I got back, I turned the desktop audio off, and then it should be quiet then. But we had a great conversation about how to kill a child.
Super.
I took my headphones off. I should have left them on.
Nope. Nope. You didn't need to hear it, DM.
No. So the only thing I would want to do before going back to the Burgermeister's house, would be, because I think I'm the only one that's had 6 hours of sleep now.
Oh, you and the selfish Belephus Bright.
Okay.
And Irina.
So
Yeah.
technically, I didn't do any of my healing, my long rest. So technically,
I would
I-
say so. You've done your sleep. You had your 6 hours of sleep. I would have said that would have when you get back and you do your preparations for the day. That will complete your long rest.
okay. Yeah, I will get back to the God, I'll get back to the Burgermeister's house. Then I won't do what I was gonna do. And when I stop at the Burgermeister's house before going in, I will very quickly pull out all the turnips I fucking can. Just fucking like a magician scarf kind of thing where you just keep pulling. Just quickly toss them all in there. Just
Hail
leave them
Dave.
out. Yeah, hail Dave.
You're able to get the full like 3 extra carts that you said you were going to. Um, as you reach in, you notice the turnips are starting to get smaller.
Okay. I'm like, listen, Dave. I have this conversation like out loud. I'm like, listen, Dave. I really appreciate what you're doing. You're really taking us out of a bind, and I'm going to make sure everyone knows about you.
Roll religion with advantage.
Thank you for advantage. One was a 1, one was another natural 20.
As you pull out, like I said, the turnips are getting smaller and smaller and smaller to what like they're radish size at this point. The one in your hand plumps and becomes a full like Super Mario Brothers 2 type turnip.
It like
And
makes
you
that sound too. It's like
and you feel a warmth radiating from it. Eternity love will be with you always.
do I hear this voice?
You do hear this voice.
I'm like, holy
But
shit.
after 3 loads, I too must rest.
I'm like,
Dave, my man.
I'm like, listen, I get it. I totally do.
The leaf of the turnip kind of curls up and knuckle bumps you, and it becomes just a turnip again.
God damn, Dave, you are stellar. Kind of want to meet you. I wonder what he looks like. And then I put that thought into the back of my brain, finish pulling the turnips out, and then I immediately go and I try and find a servant. Because I don't want to walk into the Burgermeister's room or knock, but I would say to one of the servants that I know at this point would probably be up and fixing stuff. And say, would you mind waking up the Burgermeister? There's an emergency. have him meet me downstairs in 5-10 minutes or whenever he is ready. I am going to go awake my compatriots.
No. Yes, of course. And
And
he
I
shuffles off.
I up to the room, and as fast as I can, just try and fill Maris in, who I know is tired, but on everything that I can. I wake up Sir or Baron Plip, and I can't fucking wake up Bell, so I guess he's just fucking
Maybe, like,
sleeping in.
Just
Eat on his
bang on the
side.
dome.
As bards are wont to do.
Mm. I will let Arena. No, I don't trust her. I will wake up Arena as well because she will have her full sleep as well.
Oh, thank you. That's probably some of the best sleep I've had in years.
Our day's getting started a little bit earlier this morning.
I see that. It's a little darker outside than when we usually start our days.
I turn to Maris and
What's wrong?
I turn to Maris and I say, "There is fresh coffee downstairs. You will need it."
I'm sorry, I'm still stuck on the werewolf zombie child.
I throw the tooth
Excuse
at
me,
Maris.
the what?
I throw the tooth to Maris to take a look at it. That was found at the scene.
That's gross. I don't want that.
It was a
small little tooth.
It's disgusting. You can have it back.
It was a serrated, pointed fang when I first picked it up.
I need to wake up Elephas, and I'm just going to bang. Nothing passes through, right? I can't cast a spell through your
You
fucking
cannot.
hut. I'm
Give
just
me
gonna-
a.
So
give me a-
I have a crowbar. I'm going to take it out, and I'm just going to start hitting the side. I don't know
So
if it makes the sound
I
or anything.
rolled perception at disadvantage just to see if the banging on the dome would wake me up. That first roll was a natural one. I am out.
You know what?
Maris, give me a dexterity save.
Okay.
You are
26.
you are within 10 feet of me, so you do get.
Sweetie, I rolled a 1. Halfling re-rolled it, got a 19 for a 26.
Well, you have to
You're-
roll at disadvantage, though.
Okay.
Sorry, no, I.
It's still a 12.
Okay.
You got a 12?
Yeah.
Plus my 3, so 15.
15.
Okay. You bang, 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 and Leland's tiny hut lasts for 8 hours.
Mm-hmm.
You bring it down again, and suddenly it's gone. And you, right before you clock him in the kneecap.
She wasn't held back. She did me.
Oh.
She wouldn't have held back.
Roll for damage.
Yeah, she did me.
Improvised weapon, I assume.
It's an improvised weapon.
Oh, I got a long
I-
rest.
Yeah,
Put that button.
minus strength.
Well, you're lucky. My strength's -1. 1!
This halfling-sized crowbar just pink.
This is what's. Oh,
Good
well,
morning.
good morning. You look terrible.
I immediately just step in between Belle and Maris. As I have.
Vicious mockery without even getting out of bed yet.
I really want you to make an intelligence save.
That's fine.
Just fuck it. Just do it.
That was me. Because I am within range of Sir Squeak. How much do I add to the save?
3.
That is a total of 18.
Cool. So I start cursing you and attempt to cast Mind Sliver, and you save. You take no damage. Because Sir Squeak stepped inside in between us and interrupted my spell.
Mm.
It is too early for all of this negative.
It's quite
Did you
early indeed. What was this about a zombie child?
did you
Sorry,
sleep?
what?
Did you sleep well? Did you enjoy your little privacy hut? Was
I
it good
did.
for you?
It was
Cool.
magnificent.
2 rooms over, there's a child who's a zombie werewolf.
So
There's
we're killing it, right?
fucking what?
I will kind of just hold up my hand, and I will once again do the once over and explain everything about what I found. I will actually toss the tooth. No, I'll take the
You know
tooth
what?
back. I'll take the tooth back because
Yeah, I don't want
I'm just gonna
gross.
I'm gonna drop a bomb on these people. Because we're leaving today anyway, so why not just ruin our entire welcome? I will still get paid. I'll make sure of that. But yeah, I explain. I say basically, I went for a walk. I was trying to investigate the blood trail. I follow the blood trail back to the sheep pen. The gate was broken. I got the guard. His name was Winch or whatever. Sir Squeaks is very bad at names. And then got the guards, went there, saw that the sheep literally basically exploded all over the wall and there's nothing left. Putting 2 and 2 together from the bloody footprints that Sir Plip and Maris found. That's where we're at. And I also would be of note that this is more of a question. Should I even bother mentioning it? Because I feel like they know. Because they're cleaning blood up.
We should just leave.
Oh, what about your corpse bride and
I
dances?
don't care anymore. This is zombie werewolf. I don't want to do shit. This place sucks.
I look at Arena and I'm just like, lovely place your brother picked. Lovely.
Oh, it's so far better than the rest.
I mean, do we still want to go to that
That it's not
Yeah.
on
the
fire.
Abbey?
Yeah, we're
Yeah,
still gonna
it's
go to
not
the
on
Abbey.
fire yet.
Yes.
Yeah. So I'm basically just gonna say that I'm going downstairs to talk and fill the Burgermeister in on what's happened.
I just need some coffee.
Coffee
I
is
will say,
downstairs.
while you guys were having this conversation, the Burgermeister and his wife have made their way downstairs. Still little tired eyed. They're both nursing cups of coffee.
Mhm.
The fire's been magically dialed up, so the room's lit. It's warm. Even the table's not exactly set for company just yet.
Yes, I will make my way downstairs after saying all of that and say, you all can do what you wish. I am mainly just going to be filling the Burgermeister in.
Are you gonna tell him about his kid? Like, do you want to let him know that we know? Maybe don't let him know we know.
Okay.
You want me to tell him?
No.
No.
I'll do it.
No.
I'm pretty sure they already know.
Besides, we all know I'm the best at delivering news. She's proven this so many times over.
So real quick, while Squeaks is saying all of this, I am going to be, now that the hut is gone, I'm just gonna I'm gonna be creating a little, tying a little pouch in Belle's cape, so I can curl up in there
Baby Bjorn.
and nap while we're walking.
Yeah.
That's fine. That's
Oh, there's plenty more coming from where that came from. Just you wait. But for now, I make my way down to the Burgermeister. I say, good morning. I am so sorry to have wakened you
morning.
this early.
No, it's fine. I trust you slept well.
Well,
At least bit.
I slept better than some of my compatriots. Nothing about your hospitality, mainly just wariness from the road. I was out this morning because I wanted to make sure I procured all of the stuff that we had talked about, and was warming up, doing my daily meditation, and I noticed that the gate of your sheep's was broken, and inside several
I'm sorry, please go ahead.
Was broken open. I talked to your guard, Wedge, and he did not see anything. We went to investigate it together, and we both discovered that looks like one of your sheep it was attacked or exploded like a. And I found this at the scene. And I do procure a small tooth. And I want to see their reaction to the small tooth.
Give me an insight check.
I am good at these. Ooh. Let's see. Oh no, that's not one of my proficiencies.
Did we all follow you down, or are we still in the room? Like, did you announce all this and leave, or did you wait for us to join you?
Well, I said feel free, anybody who wants to join me. I'm going downstairs to talk to the Burgermeister. So
Alright.
you guys, anyone who wants to be there can be there.
Irina's probably hanging back a little bit. She's got to put on all of her armor. That's going to take her a little bit of time.
I am absolutely listening to this conversation.
Yep, same.
Okay.
What'd you get on that insight check?
I got a 17.
The Burgermeister is immediately furious. Does not even look at the tooth. Those sheep are our livelihood. We barely maintain enough to survive through the winter. It is a capital offense. I will have my guards investigate this immediately. Thank you for bringing this to my attention.
Of course. If it helps, and I point to the tooth again, that was found at the scene. It was a serrated tooth at first, but it turned smaller after I picked it up.
So both the Burgermeister and the lady of the house are down. And with that insight check, she hasn't said a word.
Mainly, I bring this to your attention, yes, as a courtesy to you. Obviously, you should be in the know of all of the stuff that's happening. But also, to be quite honest, I was hoping that our compatriot upstairs would be staying at the Abbot for a while, and I was hoping that you all could look after her. But I fear for her safety. She's very precious to us. We want to make sure that she's safe while we're gone.
We do owe you a debt. The gold will pay, I hope. But the loss of one sheep is... the turnips will go far further than that one sheep would, and that will be the last one that we lose. Your friend is welcome to stay here. She is of royal blood, after all, daughter of the Burgermeister of Barovia. She's welcome to stay here. I'm sure we could find accommodations. The last winter was a little more harsh, and we do have a few vacant homes.
Well, I'm concerned for your as well. I want to make sure that while I'm here, I, can help you in any way I can. That's all the information I have at the current moment. But I know the shepherd normally looks after the flock. But it should also be of note your guards were not keeping watch either, as they were preoccupied.
And we'll make sure all parties are held accountable.
They were very helpful in helping me. I wish and pray that you were not too hard on them. But for a city like yours, as you said, losing any amount of food is not sustainable.
And hopefully, if you notified them before the sun was up, perhaps they've been able to clean up the mess before the local populace notices it. We will conduct our investigation quietly. We will see that the perpetrator pays for this offense with their life. And Kresik will continue on as it has.
I mainly think about it for a second and I just say, the perpetrator will pay with their life, yes? And I look at the mother when I say that.
Give me another insight check. At advantage.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good. That is another 17. Thank you, advantage.
She's gripping the tablecloth. Her knuckles are white.
But the father doesn't show any signs of
Nothing.
the same reaction? Okay.
And the pitter patter of fate comes rushing down the stairs.
Hey, Mom and Dad, look, I lost a tooth.
Oh God. Hey there, Buckaroo.
Hi, I'm hungry.
Oh God, please don't eat me.
Is breakfast ready yet?
I immediately turn to Maris and I'm like, would you like some coffee?
I would love some coffee and something stronger.
I'll,
but coffee.
I'll get it. And the mother immediately gets up and removes herself from the room.
To the Burgermeister. We got to see some of your fine city. I mean, it's probably the best place I've been in this entire land.
Thank you. We worked very hard for that.
Yeah, and I think you're doing an excellent job. Are there does Aya, right? Isla?
Yeah, that's me. Hi.
You have like friends that you play with? Like I don't remember seeing any other kids yesterday.
There's not a lot of kids because they're not allowed to have lots of kids.
I'm sorry. He is right though. We issue there's a lottery for those who are allowed to have children. Um, Population control is important here because food is very limited.
Okay. So, Isla, do you just you have friends that you play with during the day?
I'm not allowed to go out and play too much. My mom says that that I have to stay home because I'm her sweet little angel. Yeah.
Yeah, and we don't want you getting sick again.
No,
I mean, but we did meet you out on the road yesterday.
that's because I'm sneaky.
I like sneaking too.
I know we're the same height.
Like
We are.
Sir
We
Squeaks
are.
is like shaking the coffee pot, like it's rattling, pouring this coffee. It's just
Well,
like
Burgermeister's kind of rubbing his temple, listening to this, realizing that his son is sneaking out at night or during the day or whatever.
maybe Maybe we can play at some point today. That would be fun. You remind me of my brothers.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Maybe he wants to play fetch. Yeah.
I could teach you. You know what? I could probably teach you some card tricks. I'm just going to ignore Bella right now. I'm gonna take my deck out and I'll just start like doing intricate card shuffling in my hands. Maybe I could teach you some card tricks if we stay in town.
Maris, did you partake in coffee?
Yes.
It will suppress the effects of exhaustion for the next hour.
And Sir Plip, are you just asleep in your baby Bjorn?
Yeah, I'm like a half awake, kind of listening to what's going on, but mostly I'm just curled up. My tail is like wrapped around me like a blanket in the little cape pouch. As we get close to like some sort of like baked good or treat, I will reach out.
Sleep snack.
Look at this. This is neat. I just figured out I could do this.
As the manservant he's starting to bring like porridge and there's glasses of sheep's milk, and I like takes a big gulp and then shoots a jet of it between his little tooth hole back into the glass.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Look what I can do. Is there food on the table now?
There is. It's like grits. I don't think they have corn here. Potato grits. Gruel.
Is it all mush? Like, is there
It's
something
mushy.
that
It's mushy.
there's nothing like I can stab?
Are potato grits just mashed potatoes?
Yes.
Oh my god.
Is there like an apple or something like that?
I would say there's bread.
Turnips.
There are always turnips.
Yeah.
I pull out.
Then
a turnip.
I'm just gonna put like a spoonful of gruel on. Then I'm going to like hit the spoon so it flips the gruel into the air, and I'm going to attempt to catch it in my mouth. Because I want to teach this kid some bad habits before I potentially kill him.
Make an acrobatics check.
We are the best people.
One of my favorite lines
You are
from
within 10 feet of me.
before we started playing this or streaming was, I made a kid piss himself. That was also this campaign.
Yes.
Yes, it was. All
And-
me, baby.
Squeaks, it's +3, right?
Yes.
19.
Shoomp, right in your mouth. You get it.
My mom hates when I do that, but it's fun.
I bet my mom will hate it too. Watch.
And he does it. And I rolled a 3.
You get better with practice.
And it splatters onto just a portrait on the wall on his like father's painted stoic face, and just
I'm gonna lean in and whisper a little bit. That's what servants are for.
oh, please don't teach him any more terrible habits.
Oh, I turned to the Burgermeister. I said, "Please forgive our impertinence. It was a long night for us all."
He reminds me of my brothers. Come on, guys.
Perhaps I can lighten the mood with some morning entertainment.
If you play your bagpipes,
At
I
play-
6:30 in the morning.
I will play no instruments. I will begin to swirl my hands together as I cast dancing lights in the form of just like a small humanoid, like little dancing man, just made of light and dance. But eventually,
That's cool. That's awesome. I like that.
he's slowly going to shift into all fours and just run around the table, and his little light
God.
start licking people's faces.
we need to not tell Belephus anything as well.
No.
Well, that's actually a little scary. I'm not a big fan of dogs.
And he's gonna flip over and explode into like light pedal.
But that was cool. I like explosions are cool.
Yes, explosions are cool.
Well, folks, I turn to the Burgermeister. I'll be like, I do appreciate you taking the time and listening to us. I'm very, very sorry we had to wake you up under these circumstances.
No, I appreciate it as well, and that will clean off. It's we probably coddle Aya more than we should. It's good to see him interacting with others.
Well, has Irina come down yet?
Yes, she's slowly coming down the stairs now.
I will turn to her and say, after breakfast, first thing, I would like to take you to the Abbey.
That seems like a good next stop. We're not going to see the tailor first.
You know, I don't think the tailor's open at 7 a.m., so...
We could wait until later.
Oh, actually, I believe he does open at about 7:15.
Okay, well, that's still not 7.
We we'll add that to the list of places to go
Yeah.
today.
I mean, I'm not a particularly religious person. Visiting abbeys is of absolutely no interest to me. I wouldn't mind staying behind and playing with the kid.
I look at Maris. And I try and God,
Unless you need me at the armory.
I wish I had message, but I don't.
But I do.
I don't trust you. I'm not telling you anything. From
You
now on,
probably
Belladus is in the dark. In the dark, and he is in the fucking dark until absolutely necessary for him to know something. Or we're leaving town. I'll be like, oh yeah, that kid's a vampire. Oh yeah, that kid's a werewolf. But not a second before.
How about this? Aya, do you wanna play today? Maybe we can have some fun, or I can, go with them and do boring grown up things.
Hey,
I don't know what you had.
Hey, well, I was probably gonna finish eating breakfast and then get snacks. Dad, is it okay?
It's fine. Be back before lunch.
Oh, I will be.
Well,
And immediately begins stuffing his pockets with bread rolls.
I will finish my cup of coffee, which is probably the size of my torso. Because I need it. And then I will say, as soon as Arena's done, anybody who would like to go with me to the Abbey. And I said, Belle, I would really like for you to come with me.
Oh, can I go out there with you too? I don't like the guy with the stupid face, but there's one that's got otter feet.
I did not see the one with otter feet. I too would enjoy seeing that.
His name's Stanley. He also has a beaver tail, and he hates it if you pull it.
I can't imagine why he would hate that. But I would happily join you on this little excursion.
Like, I'm just resigning myself to be like, we're walking around with the werewolf child.
You know what? I'm gonna look at the Burgermeister. I promise that I will keep an eye on him.
I appreciate that. And if you're going to the Abbey, it's don't leave the walls, Aya.
I won't. I promise.
Cultural enrichment trip to the Abbey.
Mm.
Important for growing kids.
I finish my breakfast and I kind of get up and give one last nod to the Burgermeister. And I go outside and I do a much needed stretch and one giant sigh that probably lasts around a minute. Just breathe in and
As we walk out of the house, I would like to whisper in a Undercommon, because I'm going to assume the child can't speak that, to Eliphas and ask him if he would be so kind to relay to Sir Squeaks that we could dispatch of this child.
I will point a finger at Sir Squeaks, and Sir Squeaks will just hear, "That's fucking scared."
I'm saying, and I say back in my head, I'll be like, if we wanted that, well, how many words is it? It's just like a sentence.
I think so.
I think
It's not like it's not like
25 or-
sending. They're honest.
Oh
There's
yeah,
no way.
it's a statement and a statement.
I say, well, if we wanted that, we could have just told the Burgermeister that it was his son that did it.
I will say I'll relay this in under. Or thieves can't.
I'm just gonna glare at Sir Squeaks, like, really?
I'm like, wait, what languages do I know?
Not
His
thieves
stomach
can't.
growls.
My stomach says the things that you were just saying.
Referring to your undercommon.
I
Yeah,
speak
it's an interesting language, yeah.
I speak Common, Gnomish, Sylvan, and Elvish.
His stomach growls again as he reaches in and pulls out a loaf of bread or like a bun and just starts eating it.
What did my stomach just say?
It said it's hungry.
Yeah, it says that a lot.
You're a growing boy. You need your food.
Yeah.
Mm. All right. Once everyone's there, school field trip to the fucking Abbey, I guess.
Well, hey, have you guys seen the pool?
Sorry, there's a pool.
Yeah, it's still past the Abbey a little bit. There's a statue there. It's real cool.
Yeah, you should show us that.
Come here.
And he runs off.
I've been after the I guess we're going there first.
As Irina starts following behind,
Yep, I'm gonna
she
follow.
starts rubbing her temple.
Where this is going?
I love kids so much. Kids are the best part of D&D.
There's a pool, pristine water, very, very well maintained. Stepping stones placed all the way around it. And there is indeed a statue in the center of the pool. Alabaster white stone. It's a very sorrowful looking man. Looks familiar.
Familiar to whom? All of us, or
All of you.
Please don't tell me it's a statue of fucking Strahd.
You want to take a look at it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, I am.
It's not,
Okay.
but there's a family resemblance.
his brother. No, the person he killed to steal his wife.
As you near the pool, Irina stumbles.
Oh shit. Man, Philip is so smart, but Sir Squeaks is so dumb.
Oh, hey, Arena. No, Are you okay, Arena? We'll go with that first. Did she pass out, or did she just
No,
stumble?
she stumbled. I'm fine. It's just this strange sense of doubling.
You mean like the soul in you recognizes the face on that statue?
I don't. That's Sergi. I don't know why I know that.
I don't actually know that name because I didn't read Strahd's diary.
But I sure fucking did.
I did too.
That-
Like, man, let me make an intelligence check to see if I remember that. All right, a 10 on the die, -1 for a total of 9.
So go ahead and roll it. That would be a 14 to just because I know the name sounds familiar.
In your head, you pronounced it Sergey,
Mm,
which
Are
is
you
the
sure
proper
that
pronunciation.
are you sure that that wasn't my the way I
Sergey.
thought of it? um, I go over to Arena and I make sure that she's doing okay and all of that stuff. And I say, what can you? I turn to the boy, werewolf child, and I say, do you know anything about the statue?
No, it's just been there for a long time. I know the abbot takes care of it.
Hmm.
DM, out of curiosity, was it a full moon last night?
I don't know. Roll perception, belated perception.
Hmm. I'm gonna roll at disadvantage because I was tired last night.
That's right. I
But
don't
you have
know.
coffee. You have coffee though.
Just
Yeah,
need
but
to
Yeah.
cheat.
this is a retroactive perception check.
It's only an 11.
You weren't paying attention to it.
Yeah.
I can make a perception check
Nah,
on
it's
that.
fine. You wouldn't know. You wouldn't know I asked because I asked the DM.
That's true.
As Irina's kind of kneeling there, you do see tendrils of mist come from her left hand, the one closest to the pool, wafting towards the pool itself. The fingertips on her right hand begin to turn an ashen gray.
I am going to put my hand on her shoulder and I am going protection from evil and specifically from undead.
As you do, she kind of shocks back. The mist immediately goes away. The color returns to her fingers.
Oh, I don't know what the hell that was, but
Maybe
I'm gonna just focus on this spell for a minute
let's
or
get
10.
you away from the
And
pool.
she stands up. Bellifus, thank you. I feel better now. I feel like I know that man. The Sergey. I I'm sorry. I've never felt less like myself.
Yeah,
Maybe staying here is a bad idea.
we should head to the abbey.
I think there's a lot of questions you can probably fill us in on the answers to.
Thanks so much,
Yeah,
Belfast.
that seems like a wonderful idea. And Aya chirps in.
And I can show you the guy with the otter feet.
You can, yeah, that's true.
Yeah, let's
I
go.
And he
we're started in
runs
that
off.
way. Yeah.
Hey, I'm gonna try to keep up with him. Hey, Aya, so
Yeah, what's up? You're quick.
no, I'm not that quick, but yeah. Hopefully I'm as quick as a toddler.
He's not a toddler. He's
6.
I would say he's probably like 7, 8.
No, that makes what we have to do way easier.
Oh my god.
One,
Worse if he
Wanna-
was a toddler.
do you want to see a magic trick?
I don't think it's
Yeah,
that much
yeah.
better.
Are you gonna make me look at the pool, pat my head, and tell me to look at the bunnies?
No!
I almost spit coffee all over my laptop and this would be ruined.
Okay. So I Honestly, John Steinbeck's one of my favorite authors. I love that book so much.
Oh,
No!
God. Who's been
Oh.
telling you that?
No. So I have these magic cards, and sometimes you can ask them questions, and they tell you things. You want to ask them a question?
Yeah.
What question do you want to ask them?
What are we gonna have for lunch?
Okay, we're not going to ask them that question. You're probably going to have some turnips and some sheep. I mean, lamb. I mean, I don't know what it is now.
I really
I-
wanted to know the answer to that question.
I like lamb
You like yeah.
and turnips. They're pretty. They're pretty. They're like potatoes but different.
Yeah. Yep. How about I just show you fancy card tricks, and I am just gonna start elaborately shuffling my cards in my hand, and
Okay.
on the off chance that I need it, because it lasts an hour, as I do it, I'm going to in undercommon whisper a spell and cast Hex on the child, just to have it up for the next hour.
What abilities he have disadvantage with?
I'm gonna give it to dexterity. Like
Okay.
kids are pretty dexterous. And because I have my pact boon now, it activates, and it's every time I cast a spell, first level or higher, draw and discard a number of cards, blah blah blah. If at least one is an ace, I cast without spending a spell slot. If it's a joker, I actually hex myself. Because I'm a gambler and the cards could screw me over. And it's sorry, I also have to do the interpretation of the Taroka deck into a deck of cards.
I am.
It is not an ace, so it just happens. But I said it in undercommon. So Belafus knows what I cast.
And his stomach growls,
I'm talking back to you.
I know it's a good language. I should teach you it.
and he begins running off to the abbey again. He does stumble, failed in athletics, but he's a kid. He stumbles all the time. He just gets back up, doesn't notice anything different, and
I am unwell with this child. I am unwell.
Don't worry, I've got an eye, more than an eye on him. The Abbey.
Yep.
We are
go to the abbey.
very
I'm
evil.
sitting on Irina's shoulder, just to keep.
Who wants to knock on the door?
I'll do it.
Okay.
When I knock on the door.
Yes. How can I help you? Oh, yes. This was the voice. Slightly less squeaky than Blinksy, but still grumbly.
There we go. We're here to see the abbot. You remember me from yesterday.
I do. And is that? Hello.
Hi. And tell your stupid face I said hi, too.
He says hi. He turns his head to the side, and the little baby face. And the door slowly creaks open.
Let's look at everyone else. He's just a swell pair of individuals.
He's not that bad. He's just always grumpy.
He's got two heads, two faces, two heads.
Nothing surprises me anymore, Maris. Not a single
Yeah.
fucking thing.
The whole place sucks.
It
so
fucking is weird, and
much.
I'm a talking fur creature.
I mean, to be fair, there's talking fur creatures in Waterdeep also. I'll introduce you to a tabaxi someday.
I'd love that. I've never had that particular flavor.
I did not like the way you said that. I am now somewhat uncomfortable.
I've never had a tabaxi flavor either.
We got all right. Let's just go on. All right, come on, child.
They've got a
Fucking
height.
punch from inside.
They've got a height limit. You've got to be this tall in order to. I'm not
More
gonna
an
say the
age limit, but sure.
Sir Squeaks, if you don't stop talking, I will Eldritch Blast you in the.
Why do you care?
I don't know. Let's go meet the corpse bride.
Oh, what's that?
Oh fuck!
You'll
Are we gonna
find out.
Are we gonna fucking traumatize this child?
I think this kid's traumatized enough as it is.
It's fine.
I don't know what that word means.
Mm.
It's a very exclusive club.
You're about to find out what that word means.
Okay, let's go see the abbot. He's old.
Mm-hmm.
And I will walk them in, and I will take them to where like I talked to the abbot.
You come and you see the abbot, and there is the bride standing, looking listlessly off. She only has one arm right now. As he's holding up one arm, and he puts it down, and then he picks up another one. Oh, why this one's longer than the other one? Asymmetric.
Say you use that one, and I'll ran.
Ah, yes. And he picks it up, and it is big, burly, hairy.
It's the right
This is the arm of a lumberjack.
excellent. That's
Where did
This is. She'll learn to lead when she dances. Yes.
absolutely.
Where did these body parts come from? I'm just curious.
Oh, they're all donations.
Who freely donates an arm?
Someone who has something else they'd rather get rid of, really.
So
Are-
these. Go ahead.
Just what?
Are these people who donate in life or like in passing? Since I'm not using it anymore, you can have it.
Oh, I wouldn't desecrate a corpse. Well, I don't. I made this one, so I don't.
These are
consider
from
desecration.
alive people?
Well, yes. I don't dabble in necromancy.
Wait,
That's somehow makes it worse in my mind.
I will.
Because it is worse.
I
will-
just put things back.
I just realized where the otter feet came from.
I
haven't even met
will.
that person
Yeah,
yet.
I'm now going to cast Whisper to Sir Squeak. I didn't know any of that before. I apologize.
I can't respond to Whisper, can I? Okay.
No, yeah, you can respond.
Oh, I say we will talk more about this later, but this is the red flag factory thing I was talking about.
We gotta go.
No, no, I've got a lot of questions for you.
As
Pardon,
he kind
I-
of like takes he takes a knee. He's looking at you, Maris.
Like he kneels down or he takes a knee.
He he kneels down, and Maris to you says, "You have lovely lips, dear."
Thank you. They're staying attached to my face.
Okay,
Very well. I'm sorry. A bit forward of me, perhaps.
You cannot. You're gonna have to try a lot harder to charm me, darling.
Oh no, I would never. No. Well, you're not my type.
I interrupt and I say,
Not my type.
excuse our intrusion. I believe you met our compatriots before, but I just figured I would introduce myself. My name is Sir Squeaks. I am the Paladin of Dave, and I am here visiting Barovia, not of my own free will, really. And I would very much like to get home. So, I'm sure my friends have filled us in on your plans, which a lot of questions about. But I just was firstly wanting to start and introduce, all of our party and ask a favor from you.
Well, that's any friend of Dave is a friend of mine. I didn't know he took on paladins.
Hmm?
Lovely chap.
You know who Dave is.
Oh, yes, the god of turnips.
Oh my God.
Dave, yes?
Yes,
I-
Dave. Um, First question. I was wondering if you could tell me about that statue that you
Oh,
guys maintain.
yes, it is the statue of Sergei, um, brother to Strahd. Um, his body is not interred here, but his spirit is.
So,
Are parts of his body on her?
So
Uh, no, his body is in Castle Ravenloft, in the crypts.
I'm just gonna. I've been kind of half awake, and I really woke up to the whole like fully awake with the whole conversation about how the part stoners were still alive. And I'm just gonna like peek over Bellow's shoulder and be like, "What do you mean his spirit is interred here?"
Well, generally, a spirit would release and return back to. It depends on where the souls aligned. Sometimes it's a celestial realm. The two of you, I would assume, would return to the Feywild, or the Ardenweald, perhaps. But here in Barovia, souls can't escape. They become the mist. Um, I was able to keep his soul from deteriorating like that. He's he was a good, kindly man. Bit of sad tale, but it is my hope that his soul will go uncorrupted to, I assume, the celestial realm when all of this ends, and hopefully that will be soon. As he points to the bride, who looks over and
Am
we're still
I
working on that.
would like as soon as he tried to want my lips, I kind of stopped paying attention. I want to keep an eye on Aya, because young
Aya
kids and their attention
is
spans.
has his hands on the shoulders of a rather short, dwarvish-looking individual, standing on a beaver tail, riding it around like a ski or
Okay.
like a toboggan.
I'm just gonna be like nanny and watch the kid and not interact with this guy because he creeps me out.
um, I would be like, okay. You are well aware, as my compatriots have shared with you, that there's somebody I would like to introduce you to. This is Irina, as I kind of point to her.
Oh, hello, dear. It's been
All of her
years.
body
Mentioned.
parts are off limits.
I do not take. I only use what's gifted to me. I have been far too focused for far too long. I didn't know she'd come back yet. This complicates things.
Wait, did they not did you not share this with him last session?
Be
Masesha?
honest, I think I might have been caught up in the moment. Maybe I did not. AKA, I legitimately don't remember if I did not mention that. I think we decided to keep that to ourselves.
I don't remember either.
Oh, shit! Like, I look at both Belle's and Baron Plip's faces as they just are sitting there like,
Whoops.
There was in Curspa. I'm just gonna be like, there was a lot going on.
I literally am fuming furious. But I just swallow it down, put on the facade, and I say, well, yes. This is
I don't know
Arena.
how. I don't know how
I
we wouldn't have said that.
will be completely honest with you. I was not completely forthright with my own plans. I had hoped to pull the soul from Tatiana from the mists and implant it in this body.
Wait, but Strahd doesn't wake up unless Tatiana's soul is inhabited by a person.
Usually no, but he comes about when he gets bored. He can only sleep for so long every 700 years. And sometimes he wakes up just to burn things down and watch people scatter about like ants.
How long has he been awake this time?
A year or so?
Right. 699 more years to wait out till he goes back to sleep, maybe.
I
Usually. I'm sorry, please go
I
ahead.
I basically um will explain Irina's brother's wishes for her to stay here, safe from Strahd.
Yeah.
That is, if we don't have conflicting interests now.
I have nothing but time. I will not slay an innocent. Though I would say when she does pass from natural causes, I would place her soul in this vessel.
I look at Irina. If you die of natural causes, is that okay?
I,
Okay.
I, I'd rather.
You
There's a
know,
lot going on right now.
that's we'll table that. Once again, that's another tabled conversation that we'll have another day. Um, I will say since she's been here, we visited the statue before we came here, and there was a smoke that touched her, and when it did, it started to gray her hands.
That wasn't smoke, my friend. That was her spirit trying to leave her body. You're a spitting image of Tatiana, as he just looks at her. But you have none of her memories. You're a completely unique and conscious individual all of your own, superimposed over the soul of Tatiana, who it seems wants to return to Sergei. That's an interesting thought.
I wish to keep Irina safe so that she can live past this, and when her natural time goes on, hopefully, when we do slay Strahd, she can live her life, Tatiana can move on, and there'll finally be some peace in this realm. I fully intend to kill Strahd.
It's an interesting way to break the curse. Well, if you wish to slay Strahd, that's definitely one way to end it, though you would not be the first to try such.
I'm quite aware, but I'm not a very patient person. I'm not one to wait around for a couple of years to see if circumstances improve. You see, I am headed to get the Dawnblade, to restore it, and destroy Strahd along with it. Bring the
Well, the Dawn,
Dawnblade back to my people.
well, the Dawn Blade was shattered long ago, but the hilt still exists.
I know somebody who can probably restore it.
I would be very interested to watch you try. Perhaps you succeed. I could go home again.
Hmm. That was question 2. Question 3. And do please forgive my cynicism. I understand that you have worked hard on this plan of yours. And I mean no
The burly
disrespect.
arm falls off.
I mean no disrespect. Do you think, actually, that Strahd will accept this bride as Tatiana herself?
I'll be completely honest with you, I don't know. Mortal hearts, and I do feel that he still possesses one, or at least mortal desires, are a bit of an alien concept. I understand things like honor, pride, virtues, yes, vices, yes. But those gray areas in between, love is something that can be beautiful or terrible. And I've seen both instances. I don't know. There's the love that the soul of Tatiana has for Sergei, but there's a moral gray area of consent. Now that this vessel, and he points at Arena, has thoughts and dreams and desires of her own superimposed upon it. And I've seen the love that Strahd has for Tatiana, which is more dark and twisted obsession and addiction.
I feel like growing up, I always thought I had a true understanding of what love was from the very beginning. I saw love, I felt love, I received love, even in my darkest times. But it's only until I came here that I realized I don't know true love. I don't feel that what Strahd has for Tatiana is love. It's controlling. It's obsession. It's desire to impose his will on someone else. And that will never be something that I will support. I want to kill Strahd, yes, to go home, back to my people, but more than that, to free these people, to show them that true love still exists, that life doesn't have to be so goddamn depressing. I'll take that over any selfish love I felt previously.
Strahd was once a man. A powerful man, surely, but a man nonetheless. There are darker powers that slip back and forth from the Shadowfell. There's a link to it, south of here, to which an entity resides that gave Strahd his power. Perhaps visiting this temple, should your adventures take you that way, could answer some more questions.
Do I have your word that Irina will be safe and under your protection?
Absolutely.
I won't make any decision for her. It'll be up to her what she's comfortable with. Irina is my friend now, and I love her. In a different way than I have been searching for. But just like my friends, I love her.
You guys are boring.
I mutter under my words, and you're a werewolf. But, see me yelling shit out.
Irina chimes in at this point. I will confess that spending my days as an old matron in a temple um, was never one of my plans. But Sisqueaks, Baron Blit, Beliphus, Maris, and pass this on to Stefan as well when you see him next. I pray for your success, and perhaps this will only be a brief vacation, and I'll try and stay away from the pond.
Yeah, she's been sleepwalking. That's something else that you should know.
P.S.
Oh,
P.S.
I can fix that. She has lovely legs.
No!
Keep an eye on her.
Yes, absolutely.
We will come back and visit, probably. Once I've received the Dawn Blade, I would assume it's passing this way towards Castle Ravenloft anyway.
In Sylvan and then Druidic, because I don't know if he speaks either of them. I'm just gonna be like, I have a question. I have a question.
Uh,
Does,
he'll respond in Sylvan. Yes.
why is this child a werewolf?
I beg your pardon.
I feel like we need to talk about that. And yes, in Karspa, I'm gonna tell Sir Squeaks, hey, can we maybe get the child out of the room real fast?
I say to
We
Maris,
still need to do something about this child.
I just say to all of us, I'd be like, um, it's getting a little bit late. Would somebody mind walking I forgot his name, so the thing that popped in my head was Igor.
I
Someone wouldn't mind walking Aya back to the house. I don't want to outstay the Burgermeister's welcome. I just have one more question to ask.
Yeah, somebody take me back. I'm out of bread and I'm hungry.
Yeah, I think it's lunchtime, and as the only person in this party who does not speak Sylvan anyway.
Oh, I don't.
I thought you did.
I don't.
Okay, never mind. But yeah, I promised I'll take him back to get his lunch.
You wanna play a game?
I love games.
It's called Two Kobolds in a Trench Coat, and he hops on your shoulders.
Awesome. And as he does that, I'm assuming an hour has passed since I cast Hex on him the first time.
It's been about that, yeah.
I will recast it.
As they leave, I wave. I say, "We'll see you back at the Burgermeister's, Maris."
Okay.
We'll see you guys later. I'm Sir Squeaks. Giddy up, Bellow. And he taps the top of your head.
Oh dear God.
I'm just gonna entertain the kids. Say screw it. And
I will use message and I'm gonna cast it towards Maris. And I'm simply just going to say, now you see how it feels.
I'm just gonna look at you and go,
Giddy up.
I don't care.
Once Maris leaves with him, I say, I take out the tooth from my pocket And I toss it to him. That was a jagged tooth when I picked it up.
Jagged. Oh.
Sharp, pointed, serrated.
Werewolves don't have serrated teeth.
Then what does? All I know is, and I will explain for the sake of brevity, everything and all of the information I have. And I will say, and this is all in common, so everyone is in on the conversation. Although Belle didn't really have anything to contribute. But I shared the aspect of the blood that was cleaned up by the servant. I share the part that the mom knows something but doesn't want to say anything. That the sheep looked like it was exploded and blood splatter was everywhere. That the gate was broken open. That he's missing a tooth. That this is his tooth. It was serrated. And the moment I touched it.
I told her this was a terrible idea. When a spirit leaves the body, it can be returned. However, if it stays outside of the body for too long, it can become corrupted. What you're describing is not a weapon.
You cut out.
It was the best part too.
I know.
I turned off. I leaned against it and hit the power button. What was the last thing you heard me say?
Corrupted spirits.
It's not a corrupted. It's a corrupted spirit. It's not a werewolf.
Hold on,
it's
I've got three people talking to me at the same time. What you saw was not a werewolf. It was a glutton.
All right.
All the time.
Do I know what a glutton is?
Yeah, I was gonna ask that.
You know what gluttony is?
What is a glutton exactly?
The Dark Lords personify the seven deadly vices. The one who gave Strahd his power is one of pride. It seems as if this child's spirit was tainted by one of the dark powers of gluttony.
Okay, so let's pretend I know what that means for a second. This power that he has received, he does not seem aware of it.
No, I would imagine not. Yet. He's been hungry. He will continue to hunger to a point where if it advances, he will feel like he's starving, no matter how much he eats. And the corruption will take over, and he will become a sin spawn.
What's a sin spawn?
Vampires are sin spawn of pride.
So the boy.
This place gets better and better.
What's a sin spawn of gluttony?
He's... And he waves his hand, and it's an illusion, but it materializes in front of you. Player knowledge, but you would see a gibbering mouther.
Oh God!
Are you saying that kid is going to turn into that?
Unless his soul's purified,
Can you fix him?
I I would have to focus my power.
Meaning,
So do that.
Meaning the protection drops on the city?
The voice of reason.
Right. So wait till we leave, and then purify the kid.
no, because we're leaving Arena here.
Shit, you're right. I forgot about her.
It wouldn't be permanent. The protection would come back. Um, I would have to perform a ritual. I don't know how long it would take. I don't know how far it's advanced.
So, if I'm correct, our options are do nothing, and eventually the kid is going to turn into a monster. We can purify his soul now, but then the protection on the city is going to drop. Or we can just end the kid.
Or fourth option,
What's the fourth option?
we
Do
tell
nothing,
the
say nothing.
we tell the truth to his parents. Blood does not have to be on our hands. We're not some. No matter how much I like to pretend like I'm some holy avenger, I don't think it's my place to kill this boy.
If I may, elaborate on one of those options. Uh, Depending on how corrupted his soul is and how strong the boy is, the ritual could take hours. There is a chance the boy wouldn't survive, depending on how far it's advanced. But Strahd will know the moment the protection drops from this city, and his forces will advance.
Kill one to save
Perhaps,
all the others.
All right, so we'll just nix that option right off the list.
but as soon as the ritual is complete, the protection would resume.
I mean, I'm looking at everyone still with me.
We
We
witnessed a
we
firestorm in the past city that we were in.
do you think we can hold off Strahd while the? I feel like we can't.
Hmm. Not
I
where
mean,
we are.
we've gained like 4 levels since then.
And if I may interject, perhaps we also tell the Burgermeister the guards here seem slightly better equipped. The city is fortified.
Guards aren't going to do shit to Strahd. He destroyed half of a city in less than a minute.
They don't have to do shit to him, they just need to hold him back long enough.
Still seems like more loss of life than necessary. I think it's, if I'm putting my personal opinion, we leave it up to the Burgermeister to decide.
I feel like that's the fair option.
The mother will be heartbroken, but honesty is honesty. The truth hurts. They dabbled with magic that you warned them against. I, as a cute kid, but he was already lost. Maybe that makes me sound heartless.
Yeah, I don't want to interrupt this, but as I'm walking the kid back to his house, I finally thought of a question to ask my deck of cards. I know nothing that's going on there.
Oh, can't hear you.
Can't
I
hear
can hear
me?
you.
Oh, I can hear you now.
Okay. As I'm walking Kaya back to his house, I'd like to consult the deck and pull my card for the day and ask the deck. I'm going to ask it. I'm going to assume that Madame Ava speaks all sorts of languages, and I'm going to ask it if it is in the best interest of everyone if I end this child. And I'll ask that I'm going to ask that in Thieves' Cant.
Draw a card.
I drew the miser.
What you see, and it's another flash of vision. A man in black and red finery, broken. A woman's body crumpled at his feet, unmoving. Frost creeps over the edge of your vision, and you watch as everything begins to wilt.
Can't you just give me a straight answer, woman? Like, God, okay, whatever. And just continue on. That's all I would do, and then I just take him straight home.
You're a pretty good horsey.
Thank you.
I wonder what horse tastes like.
I don't know. Maybe we could find you one. You know, Sir Squeaks, he has a magic mount. You know, the person who kind of looks like Bellafist but isn't Bellafist.
Yeah.
So he's kind of like our horse in the group. Maybe when they come by, you can eat a leaf off of him because he seems to grow leaves.
I don't like leaves.
But maybe it tastes like horse, is what I'm saying.
How would you know if I wouldn't know what horse tastes like? I bet it tastes like grass. Grass tastes bad.
Yeah. Maybe I think it all tastes like chicken personally, but
Maybe. I'm really hungry though. It kind of hurts. Can we get back?
yep, we're going. And in the meantime, you can have this. I'll pass him. I have one ration apparently in my pack, and I will pass him the one ration. Just snack on whatever that is.
And you just feel crumbs pelting down in your hair.
It's
As
fine.
you just,
It's fine.
And with that scene, we're gonna end it for the night.
Oh my god.
What if his stomach's been speaking in whole time? Not kidding. When he said his stomach was
He literally just starts speaking like demonic shit.
Does anybody speak Abyssal?
no, and that makes me sad.
Oh my god. The moral dilemma.
And that's why we call it the Trauma Club.
I mean, I know what I want to do.
I feel like I'd be fine killing a child, but you know,
It's
I
not
want to do it.
I
I want to do it in a way where I won't get caught doing it, so I can make it out of town alive.
I feel
Yeah.
like all four of us want to pick a different option out of the four options that Squeaks presented.
Oh,
To be
I say
fair,
we end the child. We just end it.
Maris doesn't know the four options, but yes, I like the let the Burgermeister and his wife make this decision. But I don't know these options. I just know it might be best to kill this kid.
I mean, is he really a child? Is he really?
He's about to not be. That's the sad thing. Is like when it comes down to it, is he actually it's that moral dilemma. Is he actually himself? You know, he's himself now, but he wasn't himself last night.
The bigger question is if this kid is is a sin spawn of gluttony, and
Not yet.
vampires are of pride. What the hell else out there? What else is there?
He's not a sin
Plenty.
spawn yet.
This is a terrifying. This sucks. I don't like because there are 5 more sins, and I don't know what's attached to them.
Okay. And are we level 8 now?
You're not.
Damn
Aw,
it.
you sure?
Yes.
Yeah,
Aw.
yeah, I'm really sure. You guys are awesome, but you're not that awesome.
Well,
And I'm pretty sure I'm super awesome. But
you can't
whatever.
blame somebody for trying. You can't blame the hustle. Don't blame the player, hate the game, you know?
I feel like the exposure to trauma really caused us to grow as characters, though.
Yeah, like emotional growth.
Yeah.
How many experience points did we get for emotional growth?
I did finally get to hit arena, and that's something I've been wanting to do since the first time I met her.
I feel like that's a milestone.
Yeah,
I got
yeah.
to sleep by myself.
That's also a milestone.
Another milestone.
This is the longest Maris has gone without alcohol. That's a personal growth.
Just wait till
And
the shake set in.
Squeaks realized that he is not yet ready to love someone unconditionally. So that's a milestone.
We've all leveled up in our hearts.
Yes.
Our
Does that
hearts
translate
and our
to the character
character
sheet?
sheets.
Yeah, does that
The real-
translate?
Real treasure is the friends we made along the way.
You see, there's a famous quote by, I think, Buddha that said,
And
At
one point of
times-
exhaustion dropped off of Maris's liver.
Aww.
there are times where I saw 2 footprints in the sand, and then there are times that I saw 1 set of footprints in the sand. It's a Buddha quote. And sometimes, I look back and I see 2 sets, and sometimes I look back and I see 1, and I turn to Dave, and I'm like, Dave, why did you abandon me when times got hard? And he says, so I had to cure you. I think that's the quote. Exactly. Buddha.
That sounds right.
All right. Well, we're gonna end stream and we're gonna do our friend chat. But thank you all for joining us.
I can't wait to see all the gifts in the chat.
It's a
Me
lot.
too. The
some
saddest
good
part
ones.
about streaming is because of the way this is set up, and I have my Discord. I can't switch to look over the gifts. So you and I are experiencing it together. Hello, operator.
That's the behind the scenes cut.
Yeah, I know.
All I'm gonna say is you're welcome.
All right, but you guys have a great night.
Good night, guys. Have fun.
Night.
Bye. Thanks for joining us.